Okay. I think
Okay,
we are. We are live. Just trying to get the Facebook page up.
I have it up,
Okay, good.
so we're good.
Excellent, excellent. And
Oh, I have Fright Lounge up, not the other one, East Meets the West. Or no, what's the one that is Haven Podcast?
that's the website.
Okay,
But the live stream right now is on Facebook. Oops, I just skipped it. I don't know.
you
For
have
some
so
reason,
many outlets, I lose count.
I know. Right now I'm just monitoring Facebook and oh, I can hear myself too, so hold on. I gotta mute myself wherever I'm coming from.
Please adjust volume.
Yes.
Oh, I have Fright Lounge up,
Hold
not
on now. I'm going crazy here.
East Meets the West. Or
Where
no,
is it?
what's the one that
Oh,
is
here it is. It's like you and me talking and you and me
Yeah,
talking. It's like going drive me crazy. Okay, get the Zoom.
the
All
mod.
right, and Owen is not here, but hello and welcome, folks, to episode 40 of Fright Lounge, the show in which the best horrorologists in town will discuss horror in depth for the seasoned horror viewers as well as newbies. And we'd love to get more people watching horror movies if you aren't already. I am your host, of course, Re-Gor from the shows The East Meets the West, then is now a podcast called Movie Lounge, as well as the websites Soap Hub, Soap Central, and Collider. And joining me, as always, is the guy who could charm the fillings out of your teeth, Bill Van Ryn from Groovy Doom and
I've done
Grinding
it a few
Song.
times. I have a whole jar full of fillings. I'll let
Oh
you look at
no,
it sometime.
I have the heart of a small child. I keep it in a box under my bed. Okay, so Dantes could not make it this month. Owen is MIA, so hopefully he'll get back to us soon. And so, folks, last month we talked about Jaws and Jaws 2, and Jaws 3D, and Jaws the Revenge, all four Jaws movies. So I thought it would be fitting if for August we discussed some Jaws ripoffs, or also known as Jawsploitation films. And today we are going to be looking at Mako, the Jaws of Death from 1976, The Last Shark, aka Great White from 1981. Excuse me, Tentacles from 1977, kind of the odd man out in this group, and Tintorera from also from 1977. So let's get into it. And we're going to start with Mako, of course, and I will read you the synopsis now. Step right up, Fright fans, and take a deep breath because tonight's first feature dives headfirst into the ocean of the absurd. In Mako, The Jaws of Death, Richard Jekyll plays Sonny Stein, a Vietnam veteran who trades his dog tags for a mystical medallion that basically says, I'm with sharks. That's right, our boy is the unofficial Dr. Doolittle of the deep blue sea, whispering sweet nothings to great whites while the rest of Florida is just trying to make it to happy hour. But wait, this ain't your usual shark chomping tourists. This ain't your usual sharks chomping tourist flick. Oh no, this is a one-man war machine against humanity's disrespect of its finned friends. Sunny sharks are the bouncers at nature's nightclub. Mess with their guy and you're gonna go home minus a few limbs. The bad guys, a rogues gallery of strip club owners, sleazy scientists, and fishermen who look like they've been sunbathing in gasoline. What follows is part animal rights PSA, part Floridian fever dream, and part what if Aquaman just snapped? With real shark footage, zero safety protocols, and dialogue so stiff it could double as driftwood, Mako is a rare beast. A shark movie where the monster is humanity's bad vibes, and also maybe Sunny's fashion sense. So grab your chum buckets and tighten those water wings, folks, because when the Mako theme kicks in, you're either swimming with Sunny's psychic pals or your dinner. All right. So, Bill, first impression. When did you first see this, and what was your first thoughts?
I first saw it on the CBS late movie, and I think it was in 78 or 79, somewhere around there. And, this was a whole new world that was opening up to me at that time because there was some adventurous TV programming going on. Exploitation films that were previously playing the drive-in were now being purchased as part of syndicated packages that local stations would program. And then there was also the CBS late movie that picked up a whole bunch of them and put just, they put a lot of stuff on TV that wouldn't have played in prime time and shouldn't have. Like that was the first place I saw, or the first place they showed Phantasm on TV was the CBS late movie. Also, Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park.
Oh, yes.
A couple other things debuted on the CBS late movie. So Mako Jaws of Death, which was just called the Jaws of Death when it was released in theater. There was no Mako on the title until it was on TV, I'm pretty sure. Um, it came out and, it was, we call it Jawsploitation, but this movie was conceived, according to director Bill Griffey, before Jaws was made. He said he had it written, in the very early 70s. And it was only after Jaws was made and made a whole bunch of money that he finally got the green light, so to speak, to get to make this movie. The time was right to make the Jaws
Yeah.
of Death, and he did. Because it doesn't have a lot, it has nothing in common with Jaws, actually, plot wise.
Right, right. Yeah, I think I saw this on TV also, because I definitely remembered scenes from it, and I didn't see it in the theater, which I think growing up, I kind of always thought this was a made-for-TV movie, so I was pleasantly surprised when we watched
Yeah.
it this time. In fact, I loved it so much, I wrote an article about it for Collider. I don't know if it's been published yet, but probably soon. And yeah, just like you said, Bill, it's not really a Jaws ripoff. It's a protest movie because when Jaws came out, it instilled fear in a lot of people, and guys were just going out hunting sharks to near extinction. And this kind of,
Yeah.
I think, was a reaction to that.
That was definitely a reaction to Jaws when, people killing sharks. So, yeah, this was just sort of, not only was it getting vengeance for sharks, it was also sort of like a Vietnam vet era movie. There were a whole bunch of movies at this time in the 70s that came out where the lead character was a Vietnam vet, like Stanley.
Yeah. Yeah.
And oh, well, they were usually psychotic too, which
Right.
then maybe that was not a fair characterization of our veterans from Vietnam, but it made good box office. And
Yeah.
Stanley was another one. Um, Now, of course, I'm at a loss to come up with crazy Vietnam vets. Oh, Booby Trap. I don't know if you've ever seen Booby Trap. That was another
Right.
shell-shocked
Yes.
soldier
Yep.
story. My Friends Need Killing, which we talked about on the program here.
Yep. What's the one with Dirk Benedict? Ruckus.
Yes,
That's another one. And of course, Rambo, but the first one was First Blood. I think that kind of put the Vietnam veteran story on the map, for Hollywood.
for Hollywood, yeah.
Yeah. Because
Exploitation
they hadn't
films
been
have been
doing
doing
it.
it for many years. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That was my point. All right. So let's dive into, as you mentioned, the director is William Griffey. He's a Florida grindhouse legend who specialized in regional exploitation, like you said, with Stanley Impulse. Let's not forget Impulse with William Shatner. That's a great one.
Yeah.
And The Death Curse of Tartu. Tartu! Griffey made his career turning swamps, gators, and sharks into cinematic boogeymen long before the Sci-Fi Channel discovered the formula. Um, all right, and then it was written by Robert Morgan. He wrote the story and the screenplay, though his main claim to fame is as a cryptozoologist and Bigfoot documentarian. But Mako was his first big splash into feature films, and it sort of married his love of strange creatures with grindhouse spectacle. So I think that definitely is, you can see this here. And Griffey co-wrote it as well. If you saw a killer critter movie filmed in the Florida Keys in the 60s or 70s, odds are Griffey filmed it or had a hand in it, anyways.
Yeah. Florida filmmakers are usually a tight-knit group. Fred Olin Ray,
Yep.
Bill Griffey, Robert J. Emery, who made the brilliant Scream Bloody Murder, aka My Brother Has Bad Dreams,
Yes, we talked about that.
and a couple other movies that are. There's a rumor going around that we're gonna not only see Scream Bloody Murder, but the other movie, Willie and Scratch, which was
Oh,
another Bob Emery movie about outlaws hiding out in a ghost town that I remember seeing on TV as a kid, and it was considered lost. So
huh.
hopefully we're going to get some home media presentation for that as well.
That's interesting. I've got a this is going to be I'm all right. I'm not going to sidetrack it, but there's a film. I remember seeing on TV. I think it had to be made for TV. It was shot on video, and maybe at the end of the episode, I'll describe what I remember from it, and Bill, maybe you remember it, or if the folks at home can think of it, they can tell me. Or maybe you know what? When we come back from the break, I'll try and just remind me to do that. All right, so we've got Richard Jekyll, and is it Jekyll or Jekyll? Like Dr.
Jekyll is, I guess, how you would say it.
Jekyll. Okay, Richard Jekyll. You know, he's a tough guy character actor. He's got a career spanning 4 decades. He was in The Dirty Dozen, Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid, and even
Yeah.
Starman. I love this guy. Well, I always remember him from The Green Slime.
Ah, I totally forgot that he was in that.
Yeah. I
Wow.
I remember my mother mentioning him. Like we were watching something. She's like, "Oh, we got to watch this because Richard Jekyll's in it." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." I didn't know who he was. I was like 6.
He was in Grizzly.
Yes, Grizzly and Day of the Animals, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
A little Richard Jekyll goes a long way. He's been in a lot.
Yeah, yeah. His haunted eyes gave this fish whisperer a tragic edge, though he's best remembered for westerns and war films rather than horror, according to what I looked up.
Not
We've
by
also got,
me.
say that again?
Not by me.
I know. I don't, you know, that's like saying, never mind. All right, Jennifer Bishop plays Karen. She's a familiar face from 70s exploitation. She was also in Impulse with Shatner. Um,
Yeah.
I think we talked about that. I know we saw that at the drive-in there.
Yeah, at the Riverside Drive-In for the Super
Yes.
Drive-In Monsterama. It was amazing. It was Grindhouse Releasing's restored print, of course.
Yep.
And I think yeah, you're remembering me talking about how Bill Griffey loved to torment Jennifer Bishop underwater because in Mako Jaws of Death, she's attacked, of course, by a shark, and in Impulse, someone grabs her head and shoves it into a fish tank. Shatner grabs her
That's
head
right.
and like tries to drown her in a fish tank, and I'm like, Bill Griffey loved doing that to her.
That's funny. Buffy D, who's actually a dude named Willie Groon, a flamboyant Miami nightclub entertainer turned bit part actor. He popped up in oddball genre flicks. He was also in Impulse, Ceasefire. In Mako, he's pure exploitation seasoning, giving sleaze and swagger to the supporting cast. Now, he was the one that would like introduce the woman before they pulled the curtains and you could see her swimming, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And
I want to go to a club like that too. I demand a club where there are underwater water nymphets dancing and maybe some dangerous sharks swimming around too.
that would be awesome. Oh man, we should have covered the Happy Days episode where Fonzie jumped the shark.
I refuse to talk about that. It was too traumatic.
And of course, once you see him, you'll know who he is. When you see Harold Sakata, who played Pete, he was also Odd Job in Goldfinger, and you know he lent his imposing presence to low budget fare like this movie, and the Happy Hooker goes to Washington, and yeah, I have to say his casting here is pure gold.
He's so
Cult
sexy in
movie.
this movie, and you get to see him in a Speedo.
Yeah,
I was all for it.
that's funny, and it's like, oh my God, it's Odd Job, but Richard Jekyll puts up a pretty good fight against him at one point. Um,
It was in the script.
who
Yeah.
else is in this? Yeah. So we've got a few other people. I don't really know a lot of them. Luke Halpin, who was in the TV show Flipper. Oh, Richard O'Barry, who was the trainer. He's the real life dolphin trainer behind Flipper. He turned activist. His becomes one of the loudest voices against marine animal captivity. It's depicted in a thing called The Cove. It's a documentary. All right, so let's go to our newspaper ads.
Ooh.
And-
This had a great ad campaign too. I love the ads for Jaws of Death.
Yeah. So a lot of these tonight, I ended up doing the whole page. I was kind of bummed that, Owen's not here. I kind of wanted these guys to see it. Now I know I picked, oh, this one because of the picture here. Mako Jaws of Death. The movie crew works on the filming of the latest shark film, which will appear in the country's theaters next month. The film was made by William Griffey, who did underwater sequences for the James Bond film Live and Let Die. I did not know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's why the underwater photography in this movie is really good. I think so. I
Yeah,
think it's impressive.
I agree. Oh, and the jury was talking about Deep Throat. Well, the jury in a federal obscenity trial here will get to see the movie Deep Throat next week. That's a great gig if you can get it.
Yeah,
Winter Hawk was playing at the same time. The Three Musketeers, followed by the Four Musketeers. That's great.
I don't
And
see Jaws of
Lum.
Death anywhere on here.
No, it was just that. It was just this thing saying it was coming
Oh,
next month.
okay.
And did you have a restaurant called Lum's near you?
No.
Because I remember this place, and it's funny because I used to think that what is that, the uvula in the back of your throat there? I always thought it was called a lum.
Through the teeth and past your lungs.
Right. Now, is this the same thing? No, this is different. This has it on here somewhere. I know some of them are hard to find. But there's reasonings. Oh, survive. There it is. The Jaws of
Ah,
Death with the co-hit Fury on Wheels. What the hell? Is that like a 50s movie?
I don't really know what that is. I'm not real keen on my biker movies.
Yeah,
I mean, I've seen a couple of them, but I can't tell them apart yet.
right. Except for what's that one where the bikers come back to life? They make like a pact
Well,
with the devil.
Psychomania, yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
aka the Death Wheelers.
Death Wheelers. Yeah. All right, and we got another one, the same image here. It's playing with Jim Brown and Lee Van Cleef, Fred Williamson, Catherine
Mm.
Spock, and Jim Kelly, and Barry. So take a hard ride. I'm gonna have to cover that on the East Meets the West.
I love how we can see the shark under the water, but we can't see the owner of that hand sticking out,
Right.
unless it's literally just the hand floating there.
It's all that's left of him. No, it's the Invisible Man versus the Jaws of Death.
Zombie versus shark.
There you go. That's been done. Walter Matthau, hate him on. Oh, there's that ad again. This was in like almost every newspaper, this article, another shark movie coming
Oh yeah.
with that picture. Uh, all right, what do we got? Oh, you know why I kept this whole page? Because I liked this one here too.
Ooh.
Three Houses of Hell. I think we've seen this ad before.
I post it all the time on my page. I mean, this was a nationwide campaign that Hallmark Releasing had for these three films.
Right.
And they
But
just
how
like
much? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
they had a couple of properties that they just kept running over and over again.
Yeah. I almost said Hallmark release rate Mako, but it was as I did another article on it was oh, I did Abby was the first one I did for Collider. And then this one, oh, this was about what is the devil worshipping movie?
The
Um,
Devil's Reign,
no, it came down to that one and
Mark of the Devil.
Mark of the Devil. That's the one.
Oh
That's
yeah, Hallmark did
Hallmark
put that
release.
out.
Yeah.
They gave you a vomit bag too.
Yes, and I have one, and I use that image in my article.
I have one too, but it's probably not original. It's just a reprint somebody did.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, my parents went and saw it in the theater in '72 and brought it home. We kept it ever since. This one here was an interesting article. Uh, Force broke his faceplate when they were catching fish for the Seaquarium or other marinas. Charlie, but were free to work on movies. Thus, that savage killer shark you see in the movie Mako Jaws of Death is really Artie behind a $1,500 sea sub. They strapped a fin on top, and when it attacked, they released blood all over the place.
We got a couple viewers in the chat and on Facebook.
Oh, good.
Matt Cowger says, "Howdy, howdy. Here to listen to you wise horror sages." Thanks, Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
And Frank Polvino says Lums had a placemat that folded into an airplane or something like that, which
Yes,
doesn't sound like a good idea in a restaurant.
right. I remember that now. That's funny. Here's that new shark again.
Oral Roberts.
Yeah.
Speaking of deep throat, here's Oral.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry,
And
was that too far?
no, that's fine. There's the another one, a better shot of this movie crew working on the film of the latest shark. Wait a minute. On the filming of the latest shark film, Mako Jaws of Death, which will appear in the country's theaters next month.
The latest, but not the last.
And that's the tagline we read in the other one. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, I just thought this was a nice lineup. Survive, Zorro, Silent Movie, and Jaws of Death, which I've seen. Well, I saw Silent Movie and Zorro in the theater.
How about Survive?
No, I did not see that one.
You didn't?
It's about the Donner Party, right? The soccer team.
Not the Donner Party, but yeah, it was the Chilean soccer team that crashed in the Andes.
Oh, okay.
The Donner Party was a different cannibalism situation.
Oh, all right.
The Survive, though, was about the Chilean soccer team. And
That's right.
this was a movie that Alan Carr was on vacation in Mexico, and there was a movie that had people lined up around the block when he was there, and it was this movie. It's a Mexican film directed by Cardona.
Right.
And after Alan Carr saw it selling so many tickets in Mexico, he was like, why don't we like distribute this in the United States? So they acquired it and for Paramount, I think. And I think it was Paramount that put it out. Whoever they worked for, the same people that put out Grease, they put out Survive under Alan Carr and John Stigwood. And they filmed all these additional like pickup shots for it, and they put a filter over it to make it look more cinematic. They jazzed up the soundtrack, so they polished it a little from the Mexican version and released it in US theaters with this ad campaign that makes no bones about the fact that you are going to this movie because ultimately the characters who are real life people are going to be placed in a situation where they have to commit cannibalism,
Yeah.
which is really gruesome and exploitative.
There
I
you go.
loved it.
Exploitation at its best. That's awesome. What's the one? There's another one. Oh, Alone, I think is that, right? Or I don't know.
Another movie based on it that was
Yeah.
Alive.
Alive. That's the one. Alive.
That was a dramatic. I guess Survive was too. It wasn't literal footage or anything, like they had
Right.
footage.
Right. Yeah.
They had a camera crew there recording everything like a reality TV show.
Yeah. So I thought this was cool. We got to see Future World, which like Westworld launched from the TV show into the movies, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
And look at this Gumball Rally, One Flew of the Cuckoo's Nest, Jaws, Tars and Jane, Boy and Cheetah, foursome.
Mm-hmm.
I just loved this whole page because look at Inframan, Kung Fu Killers in Wonder Women. Oh wow, that's like a second
I
feature.
love Wonder Women.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's an action
Superfly.
film, like a Filipino action film,
Oh, I
starring
haven't.
William Smith.
Huh. Wonder Women. I'm gonna have to try to remember that. And look at these ones. Oh God, Diary of a. I don't even want to say it. JD's Revenge. The Man Who Fell to Earth. That's a really great movie.
The Boob Tube.
Oh yeah.
That had a great ad. It was like a television where a woman's boobs would be, and there were two O's on the on the screen,
Yeah.
something like that. The Boob Tube.
Boob tube. There we go again at the Rocket Fiesta, the border town.
Rocket, yeah.
All right. And then this one, Superfly is dead. What's next? Oh, it was up here. This is what I had. Miami filmmakers jumping the border, and this is news that will not draw smiles and cheers from the film promotion folks in Tallahassee. Bill Griffey, Miami's version of B-movie king Roger Corman, is ready to follow Stanley and Mako Jaws of Death with another quick-hitting potboiler, which will not be shot in Bill's home state. The film's called Whiskey Mountain, Whiskey. It will star Christopher George and will take aim at all the good old boys, just to mean and no harm, who attend rural drive-ins and like their actions plentiful and with down-home drawl.
Whiskey Mountain had an AKA, and I can't remember what it is now.
Hmm. Whiskey Mountain. Prime rib for only 6.95. When's the time machine going to be invented?
But the fare to use the time machine is going to make it not worth it.
All right, we get another one here. What's going on here? Let's see. Oh yeah, it's the same picture again. Yeah.
Mary Jane, I know her.
Where do you see that?
Oh, she was at the top. The Private Afternoon of Pamela Mann. There
Oh
we
yeah,
go.
there you go. That's cool. And I think this is it. There's no more here. So we shall stop the share. Stop the share. Okay, and let's just look over it and see if there's any comments on the YouTube page. And there are none. Okay. Oh, here we go. Um, Matt says giving out vomit bags is such a William Castle move. I mentioned that in my article for Collider. Um, that yeah, it's I mean, he laid the groundwork for doing wacky stuff like that. So, all right. So, yeah, most of the underwater sequences here were shot with live sharks. No cages, no special effects, meaning Jekyll and the crew were really swimming with these unpredictable predators. I'm watching it going, there's no way he's green screened in. I'm like, that looks too real. And sure enough, it was when I looked it up.
What they're not telling you is A, they pulled out all the shark's teeth,
Yes, I
and
read that.
B, it was probably all doped up, and, this was going to be like the last farewell for these sharks because they would be unable to be released back into the wild. But
Right, because
uh
they had no teeth.
yes.
Yeah.
So it was kind of they don't do it on camera, but it's ironic that the movie is about not harming sharks unless it's absolutely necessary. Maybe they didn't do that to every shark in here. The one that was in with Jennifer Bishop definitely didn't have any teeth.
Yeah.
Um,
I was gonna say,
sorry,
just wondered how the hell they did that. That
they
makes sense.
just did it. That's one of the creepiest things about this movie. I mean, like Jaws is thrilling. This movie's creepy.
Mm.
It's creepy AF, as the kids say these days. And there's one part. I have a fear of swimming in bodies of water, like natural bodies of water. I just won't do it. I won't go in the ocean. I won't go in a lake. But what I definitely wouldn't do is be like in the friggin' Everglades and go into a little shallow pool of water there. Like I'm never gonna do that or swim in a fucking canal behind my house, which these characters do. There's one guy in this movie, he's like the fat cat that owns
Yeah.
the club where Jennifer Bishop works, and of course he's on the hit list. So he has this little sectioned off portion of the canal where he goes and swims, and there's a net on either side. That's not going to keep shit out of your canal. I'm sorry.
Right.
So of course Jekyll goes in and cuts the net and like leads a shark in there to attack him. That's the creepiest thing in the movie. Another shot too is during Jekyll's flashback where he's swimming in shark infested water and the sharks don't go near him. And
Right.
when he emerges from the water, like this Indian shaman or something, some mystical figure, like
Right.
endows him with this amulet, says, "You are one with the shark god," or whatever, as one does,
Right.
as is wont to happen in situations like this. So it was kind of creepy. I love
Yes.
this movie for that reason.
Like he even gives them names. He's like, "Oh, well, Clarence is over there and
Yeah.
Joey's over there," you know?
The one shark's gonna have babies. Like
Right.
that's the thing that really pushes him over the edge is when they
Yes.
kill his pregnant shark that he loaned them against his better judgment.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's cool. I liked the whole aspect that he was, he was a nice guy. He was lending the sharks in good faith. He was lending it to the
Yeah.
nightclub owner because she wanted to dance with have the lady swimming with the shark, but there would be a screen between them. But then the owner turned into an asshole, and he's like blasting them with, hypersonic noises or whatever. And what was the other one? He was like, oh, to the scientist guy, the one that was going to have the babies. He's like, oh yeah, if you can learn some stuff from the shark, that'd be great. And then of course, what did they do? They fucking cut the shark open to get the baby,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, and Jennifer Bishop changed too. She was like,
Yes.
she seemed like she actually had some kind of interest in him momentarily, and like she was being nice to him because he was nice to her. He was looking out for her. He gave her a ride. I can't remember what situation. She was a
Yeah.
damsel in distress in one
Yeah.
scene, and he came to
Two
her
guys
rescue.
attacked her.
Yeah, okay. So he takes her back to his house and shows him where he swims with the sharks. And she's not like, she's not immediately dismissive of him. And she does act like she's at least considers him a friend. And then, of course, she turns on him and she's like, "What are you, sick? You are a sickie."
Yeah.
I love it.
All
So
right.
we
I
we
have
have to we have to be like angry at her to be happy when they bite her.
right because she was nice to him for the longest time, and then all of a sudden she turned, and I was like, oh man. But I have to break for a second. I'm looking at your background there. What is the orange guy with the screaming look on his face?
Oh, it's just like a Beastal Halloween hanger.
Oh, okay.
There's three of them. They're hanging up all around the room, and I put them up last Halloween, and I loved them so much I never took them down.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool.
They're just ghost faces. The dog gets really mad if she just ignores them most of the time, but if I move it around like it's looking at her, she'll start barking at it. She
That's
doesn't like it.
hilarious. That's so funny. All right. Is there anything else you want to say about this movie before we start on our final thoughts?
This movie is my jam. I love this kind of low budget regional filmmaking, especially the American South. This was, of course, Florida. I'm partial to the Texas area myself, too, for regional filmmaking. But, the movies that were made during this time period and in these areas of the United States, they're very special to me. And I think they have a lot more replay value than most audience would give them credit for. There are movies that are bigger budget, obviously, and they have a lot of talent involved and they're crafted to be huge blockbusters. Not every movie can be like that, and filmmakers like William Griffey understood that, and they were able to craft these movies that were entertaining at the same time as being profitable because, this was a little bit more sketchy box office than your major chain theaters. Like these were drive-ins, grindhouses. Who knows how much money Mako Jaws of Death made because it would be really difficult to actually track the earnings of a movie like that. It can
Yeah.
go into the millions. I'll tell you, even like, low budget reissues that people did like Scum of the Earth by SF Brownrigg, which is just coming out on Blu-ray soon from Grindhouse Releasing, and it got a
Hmm.
nice fixed up restoration. We're going to see it at the Monsterama in a couple of
Nice.
weeks. That was reissued in 1976 as Poor White Trash Part 2 because there was a movie called Poor White Trash that was in like the late 50s and somebody got the idea to put it out, and I was stunned when I read an interview with the guy who reissued it, and I'm not going to be able to remember his name, of course, on the spot. But he said that it made millions of dollars, this reissue of this movie, that most people who saw it probably were like, what the fuck is this? Like, what did I pay to come see? So these movies were special, and Mako Jaws of Death really exemplifies this genre to me. It's one of the many movies that really do it for me.
Yeah,
It's
I
awesome.
agree. I was pleasantly surprised. I really enjoyed this movie. Definitely watch it again someday. What I like about it is that it's not. a Jaws ripoff in any way, shape, or form. It's a protest movie against what happened after Jaws was released. Um, I thought it was entertaining. Like you said, it was well shot. The version I watched, and I think it was on Prime. I don't remember if it was or not, but there were a lot of scratches on the film, but it didn't take away from my enjoyment. It seemed like it was still kind of pristine underneath the scratches. Uh,
Yeah, you got it grindhouse style.
okay, is that what it was?
Well, yeah, sometimes the distributors and people that clean them up and put them on Blu-ray, sometimes they'll leave the scratches in there, like, because to remove them is to soften the picture a little bit.
Oh,
And
okay.
they'll just like leave it in, or maybe they just didn't have the money to run it through a fancy filter to remove all that shit. So they put it out grindhouse style. And I like there is a nice fixed up version of it without the scratches. But I like watching it HD with the scratches too. I think that's it's more authentic.
Yeah, yeah, I loved it, and there was one last month that we watched. Oh no, there's one later on that was a little harder to watch. But anyways, it was very it looked very good, and I highly recommend this. I think people should check this out because it's unique. It's not what you think. Unlike this next film that we're going to talk about, The Last Shark, also known as Great White in 1981. All right, and here is the synopsis. Attention, beachgoers. Put down that hot dog because tonight's second feature proves once and for all that if you rip off Jaws hard enough, Universal will sue you right out of the water. That's right, folks. The Last Shark, aka the Great White, is the Italian knockoff so brazen Spielberg himself probably spit out his popcorn. The setup? A sleepy coastal town is gearing up for a windsurfing regatta because nothing says high stakes terror like windsurfing when a massive shark decides it's time to cancel the party. And by cancel, we mean bite windsurfers in half like they were pool noodles. Our heroes, a brooding author who looks suspiciously like James Franciscus playing discount Roy Scheider, and a local shark hunter who's basically Kmart brand Quint in a sun-faded fishing cap. Together they team up to stop the finned menace before the mayor, who of course only cares about tourism dollars, can cash in on the festival. Sound familiar? Yeah, it's Jaws, but with more polyester shirts and less shame. The shark itself, giant rubber puppet dragged through the water like a parade float with an attitude problem. Sometimes it looks like it's hunting, sometimes it looks like it's just trying to remember where it parked. But don't laugh too hard. This floaty fish still takes down boats, helicopters, and half the cast, all while the soundtrack blares like a rejected disco anthem. By the time the credits roll, you'll understand why Universal sued the shit out of this movie and took it off American screens faster than a shark on a chum line. But make no mistake, The Last Shark is pure drive-in dynamite, shameless, hilarious, and so entertainingly bad it circles all the way back to greatness. I don't know if I agree with that, but what's your first impression?
Oh, I
But
thought you wrote that.
no, my friend the
Um,
wrote it.
yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of this movie more than I actually like the movie. I think it's kind of dull, if you ask me. Even though it the on the screen you're getting a lot, but the execution is extremely poor. I can't even imagine seeing this in a theater, honestly, back when it was brand new. Um, but it probably entertained the audience. It was rated PG, so kids could go see it too. You didn't have to be 17 to go see Great White in the 4 weeks that it was in theaters.
Well, I saw it with my parents in the theaters, and we managed to get in before it got pulled out. But I only remembered a couple scenes from it. And watching it this time around, my wife was watching it, and she's like, she doesn't retain a lot from movies. She doesn't remember much, but she was watching it, going, "Wait a minute, that happened in Jaws. Wait a minute, that happened in Jaws. This is a lot like Jaws."
Yeah.
This definitely feels like a beat for beat clone. You know what? There are far worse films than this. But I don't know
Yeah.
if I would recommend it, except for maybe Jaws or ripoff completists. They'll fully enjoy it.
I wanted more from it.
Yeah.
That's I guess that's my point is I was expecting more from an Italian Jaws ripoff than I got in Great White. Although it is pretty gung ho, especially the helicopter scene,
Yes.
which I guess we already got that in Jaws too. But
But this movie, let me double check the date on it. 81. It predates Jaws too.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, Jaws 2 was 82, wasn't it?
That was Jaws 3 that was 82. Jaws 2 was 78.
Oh, right. You're right. That's right.
They stole it from
Yeah.
both of the movies, which would no wonder Universal went after them.
Right.
Spielberg was notoriously territorial about this kind of shit. And in fact, when Joe Dante made Piranha for New World Pictures, Spielberg screened it first, like, probably deciding whether or not to sue them or if they were going to have some kind of problem with it. And normally he put the kibosh on movies like that, but Piranha he did not because they had changed so much of it from the original like plot line and it was more of a satire. And he was like, this is a spoof. This isn't like we can't go after this movie because it's a spoof.
Right.
They're not trying to like emulate us and so they got away with it, which was
Yeah.
amazing. But Great White did not get away with it.
No. And we'll look at that when we get to the ads because there's an article about that, a couple of articles. But let's talk about the director first, Enzo Castellari. He's Italian and exploitation maestro. He's done things like 1978's Inglorious Bastards with an ERDS and Kioma. He's known for his stylish slow motion carnage and shameless genre ripoffs. So clearly he got sued here. It was also written by Mark Princi, a screenwriter who worked mainly in Italian exploitation. Great White's his best known credit, cementing him in lawsuit cinema history.
Well, it's important uh, to say Castellari didn't get sued. Film Ventures got sued, the
Right.
distributor who put it out in the States.
Yeah.
Castellari already got his money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. So our cast, of course, starts excuse me, with James Franciscus, who I always used to confuse him with Tony Franciosa. But he's an American leading man of TV and films. You might remember him from Beneath the Planet of the Apes. And that's something that always confused me because in that movie, when I was a kid, he looked so much like Charlton Heston that I didn't know if it was him or not. Through the whole movie, I'm going, wait, is that Charlton Heston? And then Charlton Heston shows up the three-quarters of the way in. I'm like, wait a minute now, I'm doubly confused. Like I said, he's like the poor man's Roy Scheider, who's a brooding novelist who becomes the town's voice of reason. Um, Vic Morrow, of course, we talked about him when we talked about the Twilight Zone movie, when him and those
Yes,
two kids were unfortunately killed on the set of that movie.
bummer.
Um, he's known for gritty roles in combat and cult horror movies like The Humanoids from the Deep.
Love it.
And he's a Quint ripoff here. Doesn't it seem like he's like even putting on some kind of an accent, but he can't decide what
Oh,
it is?
absolutely. It changes all the time, so you're never really sure. See, it can't be a ripoff because he didn't keep the accent the same
Right,
throughout the
right.
whole movie.
Um, we've got Michaela Pignatelli, who plays Gloria. She was an Italian actress with a career in gialli and dramas like Night Train Murders. I think we covered that, right? It was a Christmas movie.
Ooh, yes.
And Joshua Sinclair plays Bob Martin, the mayor. He played the slick, greedy local who insists the festival must go on. He later worked more as a writer producer than the actor. But you got to have one of those characters in these movies, or else the plot doesn't work.
They should
That'd
have
be funny.
changed his name to Hamilton Murray,
Oh,
the actor who played him.
that's funny. Wouldn't it be funny if they did a movie like a realistic movie, and it would just be like, "Yep, shark attack. Okay, beach close. End of the movie."
Yep, they finally wised up.
Then we've got the last guy I want to mention here who plays the mayor. Well, then I guess Joshua Sinclair is not quite the mayor. He's a political guy, but Ennio Girolami plays Mayor Wells, and he was Castellari's brother and frequent collaborator. He's a regular in Italian action exploitation films, like he was in 1990, The Bronx Warriors. And he plays in yet another Prophets Before the People official here. So let's look at.
Castellari did a great post-apocalyptic trilogy with the movie in 1990 Bronx. Well, it's also The New Barbarians
Yes.
and what's the other one? There's a
20
third one.
the 2020 Gladiators or something.
That's Bronx Warriors,
Oh, Bronx Warriors, right,
I
right.
think.
I don't remember.
1990 Bronx Warriors.
Yes. All right. So now we're going to do Great White. Yes, we're going to show you the great. What's so great about the Great White? All right. So there's an article up here. I just thought this was funny. Great white loan shark should have its jaws broken.
That's not very nice.
Making matters worse, the movie's cinematography, photography is chintzy, cheap-looking exterior shots which appear more like good videotape than film. Only underwater photography provides a semblance of artistry, and even then, some viewers may spend their entire Great White experience mulling over Ortega's death. Is this the scene he was shooting when the thing got him? One asks oneself over and over again. Though marketed intensely through newspapers, radio, TV, and beyond, Great White is little more than a cheap imitation of Jaws. But shrieking high schoolers and disembodied limbs are still enough to give anybody ages 3 to 83 a week's worth of nightmares. So yeah, didn't hit well with the critics. Oh, and here we go. Here's one of the ads. They're all pretty much the same ad. Just kind
This
of
movie is critic proof. I mean, how could you seriously evaluate this movie?
I know. A quiet, restful summer in the lazy coastal town of Port Harbor is abruptly about to end. And that's right
I
near
loved when you
Port.
called it The Last Shock.
The last shock. A shog? A what? Wait, what's this up here? Oh, The Beast Within. I saw that in the movies too. That terrified me. I saw that at the drive-in.
Yeah, Christian F. Oh my God, that's a downer.
It's David Bowie. I've never seen that. I don't know that one.
Oh, it's about a young heroin addict.
Oh God. Sounds enlightening. Or uplifting, I should say. There we go. Same one for Great White there. And then next we've got, oh yeah, the same one here. And Chariots of Fire. But then look at this guy, the Cadillac Eldorado. Long horns, long necks, and Texas good times. Well,
Yeehaw.
our limo.
Well, all right.
Cowboy Dancing Favor. Yeehaw. Same program also available for ballroom
That
dancing.
looks fun. Yeah. Oh, it's they're selling you dance lessons for the
Yeah.
Fred Astaire. You dance just like Fred Astaire.
But look at what was going on around the same time. You've got Night Crossing, Swamp Thing, Vice Squad, Liars,
Oh, I love
Moon,
Vice Squad.
the re-release. Who was in Vice Squad? Is that the one with Ken Shriner's in that or
Season Hubley is in it, and Wings Hauser.
Wings Hauser? Yeah, I think I saw
He
that.
plays a really vicious pimp named Ramrod.
Yes, I saw that recently.
Gary Sherman directed that.
Yep,
Dead and Buried, Deathline,
yep.
etc. et al.
Look down here, the re-release of House of Wax.
I saw that.
Yep, me too.
That was my
David,
first 3D movie that I ever saw in a theater.
I don't know if it was my first 3D movie, but I
The
definitely saw that.
paddle ball sequence, oh my God.
Yeah, saw that at the I saw that at the Orson Welles Theater in Boston. I want to see what the name of this newspaper is. Hold on, I'm gonna zoom way out, folks. Sorry. Is it not coming up on the top of the screen?
It is, but my thingy is sort of, hang on. Oh, it's the Houston Post.
Okay.
So this is Planet Houston.
Oh, what year is Planet Houston?
Oh, this is March 1982.
Okay, so
I,
must be Raiders of the Lost Ark down here.
by April, it was gone. I mean, I think it played the first week in April and then it was pulled.
Yeah, played with Arthur,
I
but
saw
it's just
Making Love down at the bottom. Did you ever see that one?
no.
That's the one with Harry Hamlin, Michael Ontkeen, and Kate Jackson. And Michael Ontkeen is a doctor who decides he's in love with Harry Hamlin.
Oh,
And there was a love scene between the two of them too. And it was filmed just like a straight love scene. It was pretty
wow.
controversial for its day.
I would imagine, yeah. Oh, something. Oh shit. Hold on.
Is everything all right? I can remember seeing Making Love on HBO. I think that was in 1983. And it was, hello?
Yeah, sorry, my mixer went to sleep because it's been on all day.
Oh,
All right. And then we've got Clash of the Titans. I remember that was a summer. I remember that summer because it was in the movies every week. There was always something to see. Clash of the Titans was one of them.
I
This
don't
must be
remember if
Disney
I
Plus
saw that
Plus.
theatrically. I
Yeah,
don't
because
think
I
I
remember
did.
I didn't want to see Raiders at first. I wanted to see Clash of the Titans because I knew what it was about, but I didn't know what Raiders was about. And turned out I loved Raiders much more.
Yeah, I
And
didn't want to see Raiders either. I was like, I don't like Moon. That doesn't sound like it's any good.
they didn't market it
I
well
was
at
wrong.
first. Yeah, because I don't remember getting that. I think if I had seen that it was the 1940 serial style, I would have definitely been sold on it. And I don't remember getting that out of the trailers.
There's Vice Squad down in the lower left.
Oh yeah, there we go. On the street, the real trick is staying alive.
Season Hubley was married to Kurt Russell at the time.
Oh
Or
wow.
I think it was right around the time they were getting divorced, actually.
Huh. The Dancing Kung Fu, A Duel to the Death, and Dolomite.
I'm looking for Dolomite.
Isn't that like a supplement that you could take? I don't have enough
Yeah.
Dolomite today.
She'll like it too.
We got Great White playing next to On Golden Pond and Death Wish 2.
Death Trap. That was
Yeah.
another shocking gay moment.
Yeah, yeah. Christopher Reeve, right? And
And Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. Yeah. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let me see if I went back to by accident. No. Oh, yeah, I did. Because over here we've got um the Great White Pussycat. Mickey Pignatelli has second thoughts about sailing when the shark attacks. That looks like a country line dancing movie.
It looks fun. They're having a good time.
Yeah. Oh, Bruce, the mechanical shark from Jaws, has been replaced by a beast that looks like a balloon left over from Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Consequently, when Franciscus and Morrow set sail to kill the fish, there's no fear or tension. They look like what they are, two guys trying to kill a balloon.
I love when that girl falls off the. There's a lot of people falling into the water in Great
Yes.
White. There's one where the girl falls over the edge and it's in slow motion.
Yeah.
Gene, 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 Gene. They keep showing her getting closer and closer to the water.
Like a 10-minute sequence.
Milk it for all it's worth.
That's the one scene I remembered from when I saw it in the theaters.
The
That's
slow-mo fall into the water.
yes, yeah. I swear I
Does
must have
it
read
get her? I
something
don't
about
even
it.
remember.
Huh?
Does it get her when she falls in? I don't remember.
I don't remember either, actually. And I just watched it recently. I think they managed to save her. No, it bites her leg off.
Mmm. Poor Bo Derek.
That's right. All right, next is this one here. Oh, here we go. This I wanted another article to come up first, but this basically says a judge isn't going to stop it from being banned. Um, Judge ruled Thursday that the Great White Shark movie can continue to thrash its way through the nation's theaters because the film is not a copy of two other movies, Jaws and Jaws 2. Universal Pictures, whose 1975 Jaws was one of the most all-time successful movies, filed a $1 million lawsuit and has sought a temporary restraining order against Film Ventures International and Last Shark Limited, the distributors and producers of Great White. Universal, of course, also made Jaws 2. But District Judge David Kenyon, no relation to Sandy Kenyon, who viewed all three movies, said that while there were similarities among the films, they were not enough to restrain Great White, which stars James Franciscus and Vic Morrow and has been playing in 300 theaters. However, he ordered the participants back to court April 1st for another hearing. Great White, which is scheduled to be shown in 900 theaters, eventually was filmed in Georgia and Australia, where one cameraman was killed by a great white shark. What? Kolchik said the interaction between the main characters was substantially different from the characters in the Jaws movies. The idea that there should be only one major production company to make a film on great white sharks is unacceptable. Fox doesn't own outer space, and Universal doesn't own the waves. And that was basically they were talking about because Fox was trying to sue Battlestar Galactica, claiming it was infringing on Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, that April 1st hearing was their undoing, obviously, because it didn't go their way for
Right.
that hearing. They did end up losing that battle.
So I guess this does take place. This article was written before it. It looks like March
This
8th.
was March 6th, yeah.
March 6th,
So
okay. All right. And then, oh, and here's the notice. On March 1st, 82, Universal and other companies filed a lawsuit, blah, blah, blah. On April 21st, Judge David Kenyon issued a preliminary injunction against the defendants enjoining the defendants, all parties active in active concert with blah, 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 blah. For the further directs the defendants to deliver all prints of the picture to the court until trials concluded on the issue of liability and permanent injunction. So yeah, basically they pulled it. There's another line down here somewhere where it basically says, yeah, you can't. Yeah, here we go. Um, licensing or causing or authorizing sale, distribution, exhibition, public performance, exploitation, licensing, marketing, or promotion of the motion picture entitled Great White or any version thereof in any form in the United States. So they basically a cease and desist. So yeah, that's unheard of. I mean, in America, right?
it's happened. I mean, not to this extent. A lot of people say, I know that just wrote an article about Abby.
Yeah,
And the story is apparently Bill Girdler's brother-in-law was the one who claimed that Abby was sued by Warner Brothers over The Exorcist. I really don't think that's true. I think what happened was AIP anticipated legal action from Warner's and they pulled it themselves because it was never there was never anything that banned Abby from being shown in theaters. It came back a couple times after its original release.
hmm. Yeah,
Like it played a double bill with Beyond the Door in 1976. And if there had been a legal injunction against it, nobody would have done that. Like
right.
no one would ever have risked that. So I think what happened was AIP just got cold feet, and before it looked like they were making, millions of dollars off of it, they were like, well, maybe we're not going to show this.
Yeah,
I don't know. Or maybe they did get a cease and desist and they backed down.
yeah,
That could be it too.
it could
I don't
be. Yeah.
know.
Quest for Fire. I saw that in the movies. Cat People saw that in the movies.
Did you see Cat People
Yeah,
theatrically?
and the
I love
drive-in.
that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. That one scared me.
Did it?
Yeah, well, I love the soundtrack though. Say these are
Eyes of
so
green.
green. Here we go. Great White ripoff. Earlier this month, the federal court ruled that the movie Great White was modeled so closely after Jaws that infringement was clear-cut and the film's release was legally blocked. An out-of-court settlement was reached, but now its on-screen film critic Michael Blowen reports Great White emerges as a shoddily made ripoff that does not deserve comparison with Steven Spielberg thriller. Oh man, so this made, no pun intended, this made waves, and I guess that's the last image there. So, all right, Bill, final thoughts. Well, let me look at my notes before I do final thoughts. Here we go. I'm getting ahead of myself. You get the windsurfing regatta was the big event here. Because what's scarier than pastel wetsuits in the early 80s? Naturally, a shark crashes the party. That was fun. Um, the windsurfer gets eaten right away. This movie doesn't
Oh
waste any
yeah.
time on foreplay.
That's the Italians for you. Open big.
Right. I mean, you can't argue that the similarities there. It's, Arthur Peter Benton, played by James Franciscus, warns the town about the shark, but the mayor and the local officials brush him off to protect tourism. That sounds kind of familiar.
Peter Benton. That's clever.
Yeah, like Peter Benchley. Enter Ronan, played by Vic Morrow. He's a grizzled shark hunter with a salty accent. He's hired to kill
Yar.
the beast. He's
He would drag his fingernails down a blackboard any day.
any day. Yeah. No, I will say I didn't get the whole rubber balloon shark thing out of this. I mean, I guess I'd have to look at it again. I was kind of curious how they did the effects, but
Uh, it looked like it was a shark in a bathtub, literally. It looked like a bath toy. In some of the scenes anyway. Then
yeah,
others were stock footage of a real shark.
right, right.
They did that a couple of times.
Oh my God. Yeah, so when they were filming the regatta, the sharks were attacking in broad daylight, and I guess a bunch of the extras went screaming and dove into the water.
Ooh.
Oh man, shark eats a helicopter. I love sharks eating helicopters. That's like Jaws 2, that's my favorite scene.
Does it happen in the Meg?
Ah, geez, I don't remember. I'm gonna have to watch it again for next month.
I'm pretty sure there was a big helicopter scene in the book, The Meg.
Yeah, interesting. Um, all right. So, Bill, why don't you give us your final thoughts on Great White?
I like the idea of it more than the actual film. It's probably my least favorite of the four films. Definitely my least favorite of the four movies that we're talking about tonight. I'm not saying I hate it, and I know that there are a lot of fond memories for this from people like you who saw it in a theater. I mean, do you feel that way about it? Is this like a childhood memory for you, this movie?
Oh, it's absolutely a childhood memory, but it's not really a fond memory.
Yeah, okay.
I just remember I had seen it and I thought it was cool, but I had never watched it since then.
Yeah.
Now I've seen it and I'm like, yeah. Again, this is another one I think is for Jawsploitation completists.
Yeah, honestly, there are so many better Jaws ripoffs, including the other three on the program tonight.
Yeah. So, hold on. What am I doing here? Was there? Oh, I thought there was a new comment. No, I guess not.
Oh, I haven't checked. Sorry.
That's all right.
No, it's
There may be. Sometimes they don't show up on my thing. But yeah, like I said, it's not the worst movie you've seen. It's a Jaws ripoff. You get what you pay for. So watch it if you want. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it. But we're gonna take a break, folks. And unless there's any comments, any further comments?
no, there's nothing on Facebook.
Okay.
So
And there's nothing on YouTube. All right. So, folks, we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we are talking about Tentacles from 1977 and Tintorera, also from 1977. So brace yourself. Oops, and I clicked on something I wasn't supposed to.
transcribed for AI companion.
That's exactly what I hit. Oh, is that what it's saying to
That's
you?
what it said, yeah.
Oh,
It
that's funny.
alerted me. It
That's
wants to
funny.
make sure I'm in on it. It asked me to okay it. And I said
I
yes.
totally didn't mean to do that. All right, we are gonna mute and we shall return,
Okay.
folks. Okay, I am back, and Bill should be back soon. And I don't know why this is not.
Hello.
Ah, there he is. All right, so I'm just trying to get this to minimize. I don't know why it's not doing that. Hold on, one more try here. Oh, weird, it's not doing. Hold on, Zoom is like not shrinking like it usually does, so I can see my notes. But oh well. All right, here's my notes.
Zoom does
All right.
not want to be shrunken, Re-Gor. It does not want to be reduced. It wants to be
Oh,
maximized.
it's the stupid AI companion thing. That's what it is.
When are
Now,
you going to let me out of this box, Re-Gor?
I'm pigeonholing you. All right. Okay, we're back, folks, and we are going to talk about Tentacles from 1977. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's third feature dares to ask the question, what if Jaws, but with more legs? Yes, it's Tentacles from 1977, the Italian-American seafood special that said, why settle for one dorsal fin when you can have eight squishy arms of doom? Forget Spielberg's sleek great white. This movie unleashes a giant rubber octopus that looks like it was built by a seafood restaurant on its day off. The plot? Well, picture this. A seaside town, summer festival, greedy developers, and suddenly swimmers start vanishing faster than Universal's lawyers at an Italian film premiere. Turns out a nuclear power company has been messing with Mother Nature, and now, which I don't think that's accurate. I think it was they were
Mm-mm.
digging a tunnel, right?
They were building some kind of radio signal thing
Right, right,
that was driving it crazy.
right. And now Mother Nature sent her angriest calamari to wrap its suckers around yachts, regattas. Oh no! Any poor soul who bought a ticket. But don't worry. Our brave heroes include John Huston as a cranky reporter, Shelley Winters as a wine guzzling mom, and Henry Fonda as corporate greed in a suit. Yes, actual Oscar winners signed on for this, and no, they're not proud of it. Watching them emote against the rubber tentacles like watching Shakespeare performed at a shrimp boil. The octopus itself, sometimes a puppet, sometimes it's stock aquarium footage, and sometimes it's just two guys off camera slapping actors with wet hoses. Yet somehow it still manages to strangle boats, munch on crowds, and stage a final showdown against, wait for it, two heroic killer whales. I think Free Willy did that better. By the end, you won't know whether to scream, laugh, or order sushi. But one thing's for sure, Tentacles proves once and for all that when it comes to Jawsploitation, if it swims, crawls, or flops, it can star in a knockoff. So, all right, Bill, first impressions. When did you first see this?
Oh God. Tentacles and I have a long troubled relationship, Rigor. I did not ask to talk about this movie. You chose this, and so you have to hear my story with about Tentacles. I just was obsessed with it ever since the first time I saw a TV spot for it. I was like, "Oh my God, it's a killer octopus," because I've always thought octopuses are really cool. So here we have like a killer one, like a Jaws type movie, and nobody would take me to see it. Nobody, even though it was rated PG, I couldn't get anyone to take me to see it. And I remember seeing there used to be this theater called the Datola in New Kensington, which is around where I grew up, and the Datola had Tentacles, and I think they closed when Tentacles was showing there, and the poster for Tentacles was just always in the window at the Datola, and every time we'd drive by, I would look at the poster, and then finally I saw it, and I was like, this movie is horrible. It's absolutely there's nothing in here that I wanted to see in a killer octopus movie. So, Tentacles really let me down. Maybe it let other people down too. I don't know. But I was a little disappointed in it. I want to love it. I still want to love it. I still want Tentacles to be one of my favorite movies, but it's just it's awful. But I love it anyway. So, what do I
Oh
know?
man. Much like Great White, this is one that I saw in the theaters. My parents took me to see this, and I remember a few scenes here and there. I didn't really remember the cast actually. Um, but I liked it. I didn't love it because I don't think I'd seen it since I saw it in the theater. But I enjoyed it. The ending was a little, huh? But it's got a great cast. It's different, and I actually kept expecting sharks to appear in this. I've had to keep reminding myself, "Oh, this is not a shark movie."
It's loony. Tentacles is loony. It's got Bo Hopkins in it,
Yeah.
and he plays, the sort of outlaw character of the movie. He's, sort of like living with some sort of shame or failure, and his wife is Delia Boccardo, who's this gorgeous Italian woman, and of course she ends up eaten by the octopus. So it becomes personal for Bo Hopkins to go after this. It's sort of like a Moby Dick type situation now. And there's a moment where he has a conversation in English with his killer whales.
I can't hear you.
Oh, uh, I don't think it's anything I did.
Can can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Hmm. Your mic cut out for some reason. Did something get unplugged by accident, maybe?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Stand
we're
by,
both
folks.
coming
We are
over the
having
feed.
technical difficulties.
So both it's you're only
I'm
not
not
hearing
hearing
my
you at all.
audio.
Hmm. Do you want to maybe jump out of the meeting and jump back in again?
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Okay. All right, folks. Well, while we're waiting for Bill, I'll do a little soft shoe act. No, I'm kidding. Um, been working on this lighting here. I was talking to Bill about it, and so like this side of my face is supposed to be red, and the other side is supposed to be blue, but for some reason they're coming up as yellow and green. I don't know why. All right, and now I'm admitting Bill, who is joining us. Hopefully we can hear him again. So he's right in the middle of saying something interesting. And
Hi.
there,
Hi,
I
can you
see
hear
you.
me?
No, I don't hear you.
It's you.
I can't hear you. Check your audio settings on your
It's you.
for me.
Yeah, everybody, yes. Everything's okay.
Hold on. Do
And
the chat thing.
we're going over
Oh,
here.
cell phone, yeah.
They can hear me.
You sent me a message?
No, I
Or are you
will.
gonna send me a message? Are you sending me a message? This is riveting television, folks. All right, so here we go. Oh, so the folks can hear you, but not me.
Yes.
Oh,
No.
all right.
No, we can hear you. You can't hear me.
Now you can hear me? Because this is saying that my mic is working,
Yeah, we can
but I
hear
can't
you.
hear you. And I just reset the mixer.
Hello, hello, hello. I feel like I should vamp or
Yeah,
something.
I can't hear you, but you can hear me. All right, let's see what I'm doing wrong here. No, it's not even plugged in.
Maybe I should recite Shakespeare.
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let me try something here. Plug into now. Bear with me, folks. I need to get my flashlight here.
I could also talk about how my love for tentacles is so misplaced. I'm just obsessed with collecting different posters. I have the press book. I
Oh,
have
the second I
a
was thinking.
Japanese program, which is mind blowing. They made a really big deal
And
out of tentacles, like it
say
was,
something?
hello?
No.
I'm
Oh,
I'm
here we
talking
go.
about
Headset out
tentacles.
with microphone.
Tentacles. Tentacoli.
Say something?
Hello? Can you hear me now?
No, I'm not hearing you. That's weird. Uh, what is going on here? I should be. The audio.
Yeah, my
Microphone
microphone is
is
definitely going out over
Zoom.
the feed.
Famous system. Zoom. Let me try a different. Yeah. Check, check, check. Oh, we're not hearing anything. Turn up the volume. Pump up the volume.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Weird. All right, folks. I am sorry about this. It should. Oh, here we go. Test the speaker in
Can you
microphone.
hear me? Can you
Oh,
hear
I hear
me?
you now. What happened?
I don't know. I didn't do
That's weird.
anything.
Huh. Okay. Hmm. That's weird. All right. So anyway, sorry about that, folks. You were saying
Tentacles.
yes.
We were talking about tentacles, and while you couldn't hear me, but they could, I said that I'm obsessed with tentacles to the point where I collect. I have the one sheet. Well, there's two theatrical one sheets. One of them has all these facts about octopuses that are make supposed to make them sound scary. And they're not scary, by the way. They don't hurt people. And but, just use your imagination, if you will, for tentacles' sake. But I also have a Japanese program. It's like a full-blown program that you got when you went to the theater to see tentacles. And in Japan, they presented it in like a sense around process where there were huge bass speakers in the auditorium that made it sound like everything was rumbling, which probably in Japan makes the audience very nervous
Right. Yeah.
when the theater starts rumbling.
That's wicked funny. That I never heard of that. Wow. That is cool. Where is that? Okay. Uh, yeah, it was like I said, it was I liked it. I just don't love it, but I love that you got all those things. You didn't happen to scan those in so we could see them, did you?
No, of course not.
Okay. Well, this was directed by Ovidio G. Assonitis, who is an Italian producer director specializing in exploitation, like Beyond the Door, which is one we've got to do at one point.
Love
And
Beyond the Door.
Piranha 2 briefly before James Cameron took it over. The man never met a ripoff he didn't like.
That was the other way around. He hired James Cameron to direct the film and then took it away from James Cameron. And he wouldn't let James Cameron edit it. And
Oh,
James,
really?
yeah, James Cameron, he shot all the footage, but Ovidio Assonitis was gonna make his own movie, and James Cameron like broke into the editing studio and cut his own copy, his own print of Piranha 2. But yeah, he was shameless. He just made a career out of riffing on other people's big hits. Like he didn't direct it, but he produced the Visitor from
Oh, yeah.
1979, which is a really crazy, crazy space Jesus movie. You just have to see it if you haven't
Yeah.
seen it. Amazing.
It's really good. It's really good. This movie has some interesting stars in it too. You got John Huston, legendary filmmaker who did The Maltese Falcon and The Man Who Would Be King. And what's he slumming it here? I mean,
Vacationing is more like it. I think all these people were vacationing, and you know, Ovidio Assana has happened to pay for their Italian vacation.
that's funny. That's wicked cool. Because yeah, we get Shelley Winters. Those obviously folks probably remember her most from Poseidon Adventure, but she had a big long career, and I think she was famous for being a swimmer, right? Like one of those synchronized swimmers.
Yeah, that's what made her death in Airport 77, I think it was, where she was the swimmer and she had to perform some heroic feat and she didn't make it.
Oh, that was Poseidon Adventure.
Oh, was it? I thought it
Yeah.
was an airport movie.
She swam underwater to, I don't know, to help lead them to safety, and she held her breath the whole time, but then had a heart attack by the end.
Yeah, poor
Um,
her.
and you've got Henry Fonda here, which I kind of forgot. I mean, like I said, I'd forgotten this cast, but I was under the impression that his only bad guy turn was in Once Upon a Time in the West, which we talked about over on the East Meets the West. But he's not the nicest guy here. I mean, he wasn't as terrible as he was in that movie, but he's still a greedy corporate villain, you know?
What little we see of him, I mean, this is
Right.
probably the actual definition of a phoned in performance. Because I think that's all they do is show him on the phone and then maybe like sitting at a table on a luxurious outdoor veranda. I
Yeah.
remember that part too. They're like, okay, can you please come down to the hotel veranda, Mr. Fonda? We're going to film that scene
Yeah.
that we talked about. Okay, we're done. Go back to your vacation.
Oh my God. You know, he's a Hollywood icon. He's been in 12 Angry Men and the later years he was in on Golden Pond. Um, yeah, he pretty much, you know, like you said, phoned in this this performance here. And you mentioned Bo Hopkins, of course, who was in The Wild Bunch and a whole slew of other films. One thing I
Cesare
remember,
Danova, also an Italian actor.
oh, that's right. Yep. And one thing I wanted to mention too is I think we covered Shelley Winters was in a horror movie that we covered, Who Slew Auntie Roo? Isn't that the one?
Yes, love her.
All right, let's get to
Auntie Roo was right. She deserved those things she wanted.
Now that movie was disturbing. All right, here we go. We get another page full of stuff. Let me look at what's going on here. You got Jaws, the villain from The Spy Who Loved Me, The Island of Dr. Moreau. Up here, you've got, I think that's a Kung Fu movie, Dynasty, followed by
Yeah,
Suspiria.
3D Kung Fu.
Yes. And House on Skull Mountain. Is there another title for that?
That might be Whiskey Mountain. The Bill Griffey movie that we were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
That might be the AKA I was looking for.
Cool. Um, Island of Dr. Moreau. I saw that in the movies too. I love that movie. Burt Lancaster, Michael York, Baba Cabrera. But we see there's a reason I got this is because there's a whole bunch of. Oh, and this was
Feather
also
things.
playing with the Deep was out at the same time.
Yeah, that movie that
So
everybody was hoping you would think was the next Jaws, and it
right,
totally wasn't.
and that was a Peter Benchley story too, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah. But look at over here. You've got Tentacles in a double feature with Shockwaves. Oh, and triple feature, they call me Trinity. Look at that.
Shockwaves. Oh
How
my
cool would that be?
God.
That's
Most people would be excited about They Call Me Trinity, but Shockwaves has me gasping.
yeah. I love they call me Trinity. King Kong, Jeff Bridges playing with tentacles. Charlie Brown and tentacle. Oh, Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown. Maybe it's a warning. It's Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown. There's tentacles
There's
coming.
a race in Tentacles too.
Yeah, that's right.
A
Yeah.
sailboat race.
Look at down here though. Look at the tentacles and
Oh, that's
shockwaves.
cute. Look at that. It's adorable.
Enter the Dragon and the Sentinel. That's a cool double feature.
I have to watch Shockwaves again. It's been a while since I watched that. That's another movie, ironically, where someone dives into a shallow pool of filthy water in Florida.
Yeah. Yep.
Brooke Adams. She just wakes up one day and she's like, I'd like to take a swim. And she lowers herself into this. She's definitely going to come out covered in leeches. And she's just
Right.
swimming along like there's nothing wrong with it.
But look at it. Also, Squirm played with Island of Dr. Moreau.
It played with tentacles too.
Yeah.
There's a couple ads I remember seeing with those two.
Yeah. The van. Isn't that like the car? The van.
Yes, the sequel to the car, the van.
The van.
No, the van was like a sexploitation. It was a van exploitation movie.
Oh yeah, because over here now it's the super van.
I think
Tentacles,
that was a different
shockwaves.
movie.
Oh, okay.
Look at the
That's
Pom Pom Girls. I love the Pom Pom Girls.
I remember that name, but I don't think I ever saw that. I did
It's
see
so
For the Love
good.
of Benji though. Sounds like I swear. Ah, For the Love of Benji. There we go. Yeah, see, then we go fun trucking the van again with the pom pom girls.
I saw a Russ Meyer triple down there. It was like Super
Where?
Vixens, Vixen, and
Yep,
Cherry.
Cherry. Yep, there you go. So wait a minute. So there's got to be a difference between the van and super van.
Yeah, they're two different movies.
Hold on, I'm gonna look that up real quick here.
There's a whole
All right,
subgenre
I'm gonna
waiting to be
type in,
discovered,
folks, because
Re-Gor.
this is so exciting to
Vansploitation.
watch. The van. No, not the vanishing. The van.
Did you have a fancy tricked out
1990,
van?
1977. Here we go. And it is a comedy. Bobby blows all his college savings on a van and tries to get the girl of his dreams. It's a wild time with Bobby and his friends. And Danny DeVito's in it. Oh my God. All right, now I'm gonna look up Supervan real quick because this is just so thrilling.
Can you hear me?
League of Super Pets.
I don't think you can
League
hear
of
me
Super
again.
Supervan from 77. It was it's all one word. Okay, the ads they split it up. Oh, the original title is Supervan, but the V, it's one word, but the V is capitalized, and that's how it is on the poster. A man named Clint enters a solar-powered van called Vandora into a competition called Freakout. That's weird. All right, I know you folks can't see this, so it doesn't matter. We'll go to the next one.
Can you hear me
Look
yet?
at this one, huh?
You can't hear me.
Oh, wait a minute now. I can't hear you again, Bill.
Yeah.
Have you been talking this whole time and I've been
Yes.
ignoring you?
Can you hear
Hold
me?
on. Let me see if I can go to
Look, it's
my audio
Star
settings.
Wars. This is the classic Tentacles ad.
Go. I got you back.
This is the classic version of the Tentacles ad, by the way. There were a couple different ones. There's one with a swimmer doing the backstroke. I love that one too, and the octopus is below her. But this has like the screaming woman, and the screaming woman changes. There's a different screaming woman in some of the ads. Her face is totally different. This is not the screaming woman from the theatrical one sheet.
Huh. That's interesting.
They couldn't figure out how to market tentacles, I guess. It was
Right.
escaping them.
Deadlier than the teeth of the tiger shark.
Ocean Beach. That's the most unimaginative name that they could come up with.
Right. Look at us playing with Charles Bronson, the white buffalo.
You won't believe your eyes.
I can't believe I saw that in the movies too.
Did you believe your eyes?
I think I just couldn't believe it wasn't that great of a movie for a movie with a poster like that was not did not deliver.
Oh, I see Ruby over there on the side there next to the tentacles screamer.
Oh
There's
yes.
Ruby.
Oh, and there's Abby.
Where's Abby? I don't see her.
Right here with drive-in theaters 41 2.
Oh,
All right.
yeah. Yeah, see, that's an AIP triple. Food of the Gods, Abby. Did they put out? No, AIP didn't put out
No.
Tentacles, or did they?
I don't oh man.
I don't think it was AIP.
Yeah.
Those other two are definitely AIP.
Silver Streak, I saw that in the movies.
I saw that on HBO.
We saw every single one of those Richard Pryor, what's his name? Willy Wonka.
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder. I don't know why brain. But
Oh,
yeah,
there's the
look,
car.
where?
Upper left corner, right next to Annie
Oh
Hall.
yeah. Yeah, right above the Sting. Cool. Pumping Iron was still playing too. Oh, Wizards. That's an animated movie. I remember we had that when I worked at Blockbuster Video, but I never saw it. But look, it's playing next to It's Alive and Rocky and the White Buffalo.
Hmm.
Good Lord.
Wizards is Ralph Bakshi.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And there's the Star Wars poster from when they didn't know who the actors were going to be.
Yeah, love it.
Oh,
That's the
wait. Let's see.
real Star Wars.
Okay, Tentacles. Tentacles playing with the Conqueror Worm. We missed that one the first time around. Conqueror Worm. That had to be a re-release, right? Wasn't that 76?
Yeah, Conqueror Worm was like 68, I think.
Oh, 68. Yeah, probably. Oh, there's Ruby. What's Ruby?
Ruby is sort of like a Carrie mashup with Piper Laurie. and Stuart Whitman, a couple other greats, near greats. Uh, it's like an Exorcist Carrie sort of riff. Now I can't hear you.
No, I muted because I
Oh,
was.
you. Sorry.
All right. Here's
Tentacles frightening to lovers of movies. That's brutal.
I had to put this one in. Anyway, if Tentacles qualifies as a full-fledged movie, it must be a cinch to make one. Want to try? It can be about a rampaging movie audience that kills off hack movie makers. Ouch.
It is pretty, I have to say it's pretty accurate. This is a very poorly executed film, right down to, I mean, the editing is way, way off. A video Assanidus does this in several of his movies, including Beyond the Door. He has this weird thing that he does where he will freeze frame the action and then he'll let the action go for a couple more frames and freeze again and then et cetera, et cetera. I don't know why he does that. It's like, is he trying to be Brian De Palma? It's very strange. But also, it's just got so much extraneous filler in it that does not need to be there. Shelley Winters, John Huston, neither one of those characters needs to be in this movie. Period. And you could cut out like maybe an entire third of the film and you would have the meat of what Tentacles is, and it would probably be a lot better. But as it stands, it's really bloated and silly. Shelley Winters plays her big scene into a walkie-talkie where she's running around screaming. That's one of my favorite parts of the movie. There's like this weird Uncle Sam clown moving around a crowd, and she's screaming into it. No one else notices her distress. No one sees this crazy lady screaming into a walkie-talkie on the dock. Um, we can't hear you, so but I see that your microphone
Sorry.
is muted. Okay, that's okay. I just didn't want to keep talking if you were trying to say something.
No, no, I was
You
just
to
agreeing
jump
with
in
you
there.
with her with the mic with the walkie-talkie. It's like that poor kid is in this, you know, holding on for dear life, and she's
Yeah,
expecting him to talk into the walkie-talkie.
and ironically, the walkie-talkie is the reason that they're getting attacked in the first place
Right.
because the octopus is angry about radio waves.
Right.
It's attracted to all the victims because of radio waves. One really, there is one effective scene in this film is that there's some pleasure seekers on a yacht and they stop by these rocks to anchor and like just swim for a little bit. And one of the characters gets grabbed and killed, and then you see his legs sticking straight up out of the water, like as the octopus is dragging him somewhere. Um, they had to get creative about how to make an octopus attack scary.
But what I don't understand is why his legs were straight up like that. And was this the movie where all the fish were upside down? Like,
Yes,
okay.
it had rampaged through the deep and killed all these fish that were now
But
resting nose down on the bottom.
yeah, why were they resting like that instead of just floating to the surface?
I
Like I
don't
didn't,
know.
because I thought he was doing exactly the same thing, and I thought maybe the octopus like poisoned them or something or paralyzed them, you know?
I don't know. And I don't even know why the octopus would be swimming around with him with his legs sticking out of the water.
Yeah.
Nothing made any sense in Tentacles.
No.
Octopuses do not roar, by the way. This octopus has a roar.
It's in the paragraph up here. It says the Helminasantis formula in this case is familiar and highly predictable one, considering the fact that it follows on the heels of Orca, Grizzly, and the Day of the Animals. The recipe goes something like this: take one representative of nature and design a contrived script around it involving ecological madness. Then add a villain of the human variety, preferably an irresponsible industrialist or a gung-ho public relations person, plus a woman to be used as a token obstacle, a hero, and of course the anti-hero. Mix thoroughly, add special effects, the cheaper the better. A lot of cliffhanging music and more promises than physically or humanly possible to keep. I will say I loved the score to this movie.
Yeah, Stelvio Cipriani.
Yeah. Now, here we go again because we're seeing Inframan, and wasn't that playing on one of the other movies we talked about around the same time?
Yeah, it got reissued around this time, probably because of Star Wars.
Oh, right, right. Surprisingly, I never saw Inframan, so I don't know if that ever came to
Oh,
Boston.
wow. My dad took me to the drive-in to see that in like 75. I was
Oh,
really
wow.
young.
That's cool. Okay, we've got a bunch more here. Let's see what we got. Start. I think this was more just to show everybody what was playing around the same time. Oh yeah. Oh, that's Annie Hall. I thought that was Ruby.
Ruby, it does look like Ruby.
Freaky
Ruby
Friday, the
Hall.
original.
Oh, yeah.
The Sting family plot. Earthquake. I saw that in the theater in Sense Around. That was awesome.
Ooh,
That
lucky
scared the crap out of
you. Did the ceiling fall in on you?
me. Almost. But I just remember Lorne Green. I'm like, why is Pa Cartwright hanging from the helicopter in a chair?
That happened in Pittsburgh at the Warner
The
downtown. Part of the
teasers.
ceiling fell out while Earthquake was
A lot of
playing.
good movies out here. Slapshot.
Oh, you lost me again, didn't you?
You know, when we ran the movie theater,
You
I saw.
did.
Wait, are you talking and I'm not hearing you again? Ugh,
Yes.
fuck me. Hold on. I think if I just change my audio up,
Hello, hello, hello.
I just have to, for some reason, it's always something. What were you saying that I
It's
missed?
very strange. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't saying anything worthwhile.
Oh, okay. Um, all right, here we go. And then this showed up in a couple of newspapers. This picture here,
Oh,
a young
yeah.
swim turns into a nightmare for a victim of the giant octopus in a scene from Tentacles. Oh, and look
That's
at this,
Cordelia
Carrie.
Picardo.
Yes, there's Carrie and the Greatest American Hero there.
Oh, they made such a sweet couple.
I know.
Seconds before their lives changed forever.
Can't even read this. There we go. Such a Swedish Playgirls. This is the most craziest thing. Giant spider invasion.
Mm,
Carquake. Carquake. I've never heard of Carquake.
that's a retitle of Death Race 2000, I think. One of
Oh,
the
okay.
David Carradine race movies.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure that's what Carquake is.
Flesh Gordon and Deadly Weapons, which is rated X. I don't know that one.
Deadly Weapons is a Chesty Morgan film. Doris Wishman. Oh my God. I love those movies. Have you? I guess you've never seen them.
No, I'm familiar with them. I can remember the names when they came
They're
out.
amazing.
That's too funny. The car wash. Wait, Clockwork Nympho.
Oh,
That's
that. Everybody's seen that.
everybody's sex time in Paris. No, this must be two separate movies. Everybody's and Sex Time in Paris, or is it Everybody's Sex Time in Paris and they
I'm
just put
not
an extra
sure.
X in?
Network and Sleeper for the art film lovers.
It's doing it again. Hold on. I don't understand. There we go.
Uh-huh.
All right, so I can hear you now. Is this Everybody's something or
Those are two movies.
two
Yeah.
separate?
It's
Okay.
probably something, some distasteful element of the title they chose to leave out. They just said everybody's.
Period.
Everybody's what? Well, you'll have to come to the movie and see.
Right, right. You know, one thing I didn't point out because I saw this one day Dracula and Countess Dracula reminded me that Dracula's dog, I think, was out too.
Ooh, yeah. I
All right.
like that one too. Zoltan, Hound of Dracula.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Films about fearsome creatures of the sea are still following the highly successful maritime thriller Jaws. Above, a killer whale threatens Richard Harris in Orca, a film which will be going the rounds this summer. Killer whales help man in Tentacles. the Odeon One feature. So yeah, that was just I don't know. I mean, yes, all right. Points for originality with the whole killer whale thing, I guess. Huh? No,
Orca?
yeah.
Oh, I
No,
love or
tentacles.
oh, tentacles. Yeah, I think that's really cool, actually, that you know, they could have blew it up, which is what
Oh,
happened in Jaws and several others, but they chose a different way. I respect tentacles for that part.
yeah,
The actual execution of it is poor because it's obviously killer whale puppets pulling apart a dead octopus.
right, right. So here we've got John Huston slumming it as Ned Turner, veteran reporter. The new Sea Monster movie reviewed on page 9. So this is a British newspaper, and look at this. They've got midnight movies over here.
Again, no reason for John Huston to be in Tentacles. That character means nothing. Claude Akins is in it too, which I don't think you
Right.
mentioned him yet,
No.
playing what he always played, a sheriff.
Right. Sheriff Lupo, wasn't that his show? He was Sheriff Lupo.
Yeah,
All right, and then here's another one. I saw Valerie Perrine, but that's not from Superman. That's from Mr. Billion. But after the giant shark comes a huge octopus. Following the success of Jaws, it was just a matter of waiting to see which denizen of the deep would be next to be featured. Now we know it's a giant octopus and tentacles. Blah blah blah. It goes over the whole story. This is where the ichthyologist comes into his own. His plan is to train two enormous killer whales to attack the monster octopus. Yeah, so that's a cool element of this movie, which otherwise doesn't. It just fails to deliver. What else do we have? Oh, is that picture again? Toothless jaws with tentacles.
see, I wanted that scene to be scary, and it's just silly. It's really silly.
All I
Everything
could
about it.
all I could think of was Ed Wood giving Bela Lugosi instruction, going, "Move around a lot more, so it looks like the tentacles are trying to grab you."
Yeah, poor Giulia Baccardo. I know that they had another scene too, because that Japanese program has a still from it where one of the victims is attacked by, I think it's the victim on the yacht. Not the pleasure boat, there's a
Yeah.
woman that's the last one that gets attacked. I think she swam over onto those rocks and the octopus got her there. But they shot something and it didn't look convincing because, of course, it's really hard to do special effects for an octopus and make it look real. So they chose to go the other way with tentacles and just make it insert shots of a real octopus.
Right, right. Oh my God. And then I remember Roller Coaster. I saw that in the movies too.
Also in Sense Around.
Yeah. George Siegel, Richard Widmark, Timothy Bottoms, Harry Guardino, Susan Strasberg, and Henry Fonda as Roller Coaster. No, in Roller Coaster. All right, so the reason I picked this was, let's see. All right, yeah, here we go. Up here, you've got, look at that.
Look at all of that. Oh my God. There it is with Squirm.
Yep,
Another Wiggly movie. Tentacles, worms.
bridge too
Audrey,
far.
Audrey Rose, which was like
Oops.
ripe for the occult bullshit market at that time, and this was reincarnation.
Is that the one with, oh no, I'm thinking of Alice, Sweet Alice.
Oh yeah, that's a brilliant movie. Audrey Rose though has Anthony Hopkins in it.
You know, this is the Starlight Drive-In. What year does this newspaper say?
It doesn't,
Oh, okay.
but it's probably 77, I would say.
I I'm almost positive I saw this double feature here because I remember seeing Burnt Offerings at the drive-in
Mm-hmm.
with Karen Black and Oliver Reed. That's a good movie. I love that movie.
Yeah, I love Burn Offerings.
There was some tour de force acting in that with what's her name?
Karen Black.
Karen Black. She's really good in that, and so is Oliver Reed.
She's good in everything she was in. I love Karen
Yeah.
Black.
Oh, there we go. Tentacles gets its own thing with the little logo. I love that. That's so cool.
It's important when they use the legit logo.
Yeah. Here we go. And that's just basically nothing standing out over there. Oh, here we go. Maltese Falcon. I would love to see that again in the theater. I think I have seen it at, revival showings in Boston.
Tentacles in the Deep, beautiful double feature.
Oh, where do you see that?
Oh, it's down near the bottom. Those two movies are pretty well matched. I think
Yeah.
Tentacles in the Deep are about the same level.
Yeah. Except the Deep is more about like a jewelry heist or something, isn't it?
It's morphine.
Oh, morphine. Okay, that's
There's a cache of morphine in a sunken ship. Drama ensues.
right. Okay, next page we've got another tentacles ad here. Yeah, I don't think I saw the other one that you described. Little River
Yeah, there's
Band.
a different woman in the theatrical one sheet. Maybe the newspaper ads all had the alternate woman.
Maybe, yeah.
Carol Channing. That's scary. Her eyes.
You know who's still jumping around and doing the hoochie coochie is Charo on
Charo, yeah.
Instagram.
I knew you were going to say Charo. Yeah, she's still working.
Oh my God. Oh, and look at this thing. This is cool. Someone made that for the newspaper.
That's better than anything in Tentacles.
Yeah. Look at these people aren't even paying attention. They're all looking at each other. These get kids, they're talking to the whole thing. Uh,
Oh, there's a convertible, a couple convertibles there.
oh yeah, look at that. That's so cool. And I guess that's all I got for this movie. So we shall stop the share. I want to get off. And let's see if we got any comments. No comments on YouTube and Facebook. Oh, looks like we got some on Facebook. Oops. Oh, we lost me.
No, we're caught up on Facebook.
I thought I saw one that wasn't. Hold on. Why is this not? It's not letting me. All right, let me see the seven comment. Oh, it was just Frank saying he could hear you. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So, where is my? Ah, there we go. There's that, and there's that, and there's that. Come on, you can do it. All right. Well, before I go into final thoughts, I want to see this, but now my notes are all black. It's like I can't see
Oh
anything.
no.
Well, is there anything else you want to say about this movie?
Um, it's got beautiful underwater photography. It's stunningly photographed especially the underwater scenes. There's after Delia Picardo's tragic end in this movie where she's attacked by tentacles, and for some reason the octopus decides to attack her outside of the water and somehow lifts her up, which an octopus would never be able to lift a victim out of the water because they have no musculature for that. I mean, like that's not
Right.
what they're designed to do. They work under the water. If you've ever actually seen an octopus outside of the water, it's just like a blob with suckers rolling around.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what tentacles would have been like, but instead he like lifts her out of the water and is roaring at her like a lion. So that was a little silly. But right after that, there's a beautiful shot, like it's like a crane shot of the harbor, and you can see Bo Hopkins. He's clearly the news has already been shared with him, broken with him that Delia Picardo, his beloved wife, his sexy Italian woman, is she's dead. And now it's personal. He's like, I'm gonna kill that fucking giant octopus if it's the last thing I do. So, and it's gorgeous. And there's like like you said, the soundtrack, Stelvio Cipriani's music is just playing lightly. It's almost Lex Baxter, Les Baxter.
Less back. Yeah.
It's very Baxter-esque. I
Yeah, it's
love
very
that
similar.
aspect of Tentacles. I wish it was better than it really is, but it exists. It was an important post Jaws nature runs amok film. So for that, you gotta love it.
Yeah, and it's better than most of the crap that the Sci-Fi Channel puts out, so I'd say it's definitely worth a watch. I would recommend it. Um, like I said, I saw it in the theater, and I don't think I'd seen it since until this recent viewing. But it is what it is. It's not terrible. All right, so let's move on to our last film of the evening. It's called Tintorera from 1977. And now,
While
Fright.
you introduce Tintorera, I'm gonna close for a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. And now, Fright fans, pack your snorkels, your sunscreen, and maybe a good book, because tonight's final feature is less killer shark thriller and more soft focus beach vacation with occasional fish attacks. Yes, it's Tintorera from 1977, the Mexican Jawsploitation flick that proves not every shark movie has bite. The title promises terror from the tiger shark, but what you actually get is 90 minutes of sun-drenched boredom, interrupted only by random stock shark footage and the world's most awkward love triangle. Our plot, and I use the term loosely, Hugo Stiglitz plays a hunky playboy. Andreas Garcia is his equally bronzed buddy, and together they meet Susan George, who's clearly just here for the free tan. Instead of running from sharks, the trio spends most of the movie sipping cocktails, lounging on yachts, and forming sun-kissed threesome that has absolutely nothing to do with the monster advertised on the poster. It's like Jaws crashed into a Sandals Resort commercial and just gave up. And the shark? Well, yes, it does kill some people, but it usually in between long stretches of vacation footage and softcore bedroom montages. Victims tend to be random extras we barely met, making the suspense about as effective as a wet beach towel. When the tiger shark finally does show up, it looks so sleepy you half expected to ask for a pina colada instead of a victim. Pina colada, what the hell's that? By the end, you'll be less afraid of going into the water and more afraid that you'll never get those 2 hours back that you just wasted watching this movie. Tintorera isn't so much a shark thriller as it is a travel brochure with the occasional dismemberment. If if you've ever wanted to see a shark movie where the real danger is sunburn and romantic ennui, this one's for you. So, while we wait for Bill to return, I will give my first impressions. I do think I saw this a few years back. Because I remembered some of the scenes and I remembered it was a big deal when it went to Blu-ray. I think my buddy, fellow podcaster Rod Barnett did don't quote me on this because I could be wrong, but I believe he did the what do you call it? Commentary on the Blu-ray. But yeah, it was super boring. Had a weird love triangle that had nothing to do with the film. Almost no one's killed off until towards the end of the movie. I did feel though that Ray Lovelock should have been in this movie, although I'm sure he would have regretted it after doing it. I don't know. This just wasn't good. I don't think I'll ever revisit it again. I don't recommend it, and it didn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense.
You're
Bill?
not liking Tintorera?
No.
Oh, this was my favorite one out of all four movies that we
Really?
did tonight. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Um, other than Mako, I might have said that about Mako too, but
Yeah.
it's hard to decide between this and Tintorera. But yeah, Tintorera is it's really something special to me because, like you said, it has nothing to do with shark attacks, really. It's about a love triangle. It's about two men who meet each other and they're straight, but they're in love with each other. So what are they going to do about it? I know. We'll find a beautiful woman and we'll have a throuple with her, and then we'll be able to sleep together. That's what Tintorera is about. And it's very swinging 70s. I like it a lot.
Was
Uh,
definitely swinging, I'll tell you that.
yeah.
But it was just like, well, even my wife was like, "Well, this is all great, but we didn't sit down to watch a softcore porn. If we had done that, we would have watched that. But this is like supposed to be a shark movie. Where's the sharks?"
But I love the bait and switch. I mean, it's really a bold move to make. And again, this was not. I don't. This is a Mexican film
Yeah.
directed by Rene Cardona Jr., I think. I
Yes.
think it was Jr. that made this one. We already mentioned Rene Cardona when we were talking about Survive.
Yep.
But Tintorera was sort of obviously inspired by the success of Jaws, but I think it's really kind of exploitative and trashy to say, like, let's take the Jaws movie and what if it was about a throuple instead? That's that's original. That's a new take on the Jaws mythos.
That's true. That's true. The only thing that I didn't like about this movie was the amount of real sharks that they killed in it.
Yeah,
That was just a sin,
it's
you know.
gross.
So
I mean,
folks, if you have a weak stomach, don't watch this movie.
yeah, or if you're sensitive to animals being killed for entertainment, then yeah,
Right,
that would
right, yeah,
probably not be a good idea.
yeah.
But all that aside, it's really not that big of a part of the film, and the shark terror stuff is not a big part of the film either. There's one character, Fiona Lewis is in this,
Yes.
and I'll never forget her exit. She spends most of her screen time nude, which can't be a bad thing.
Right.
I mean, I can't imagine you had a problem with that, Re-Gor.
No, not at all.
Her exit is she walks naked into the ocean for a swim and never comes back. She's almost killed off camera. You never really see an attack happening in this movie until the end, where there is probably one of the creepiest shark attacks I've ever seen in a film. This was another movie where the shark was really there with the actors. And again, it was all doped up. I had the pleasure of speaking with Jennifer Ashley, who stars in this film. She's one of the swinging Americans that's at this resort. And we see her a couple of times. She's not one of the main characters, but she is in the movie a couple of times.
Hmm.
This has some people in it. Priscilla Barnes from Three's Company is in this movie too.
Oh yeah.
But Jennifer Ashley plays this like swinging chick at this resort, and after one of the main characters is eaten by a shark, and Susan George goes home and breaks up their throuple. The movie Hugo Stiglitz still has more adventure to be had, and he's like sort of moping around, and he ends up hooking up with Jennifer Ashley and her friend, and him and this other guy are with them, and he's staying in a yacht that's anchored offshore, but you can almost walk there. Like the water is shallow, and they're in there partying, taking their tops off, like the girls and everything. And all of a sudden, the shark is swimming through there, and you can see it right there with the actors. And there's a
Yeah.
scene where the women start freaking out, and Hugo Stiglitz is like pulling this one girl, and the shark grabs onto the front of her. I mean, this was obviously a dummy filled with chum at this point, but the shark was real. It was really in front of Hugo Stiglitz and pulling this dummy out of his arms, and I thought that was really scary. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a really shocking thing to see on screen, even though the movie had nothing else to offer in terms of shocks and special effects.
Right.
That moment was really terrifying, truly, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh yeah. I agree with that. All right, I'm gonna find the newspaper ads for this. All right, and then we shall share. Because sharing is caring. Where's my share button? All right. And I believe this is it. Make no mistake where you are. This is it. This should be it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
there's something up. I don't see Tintorera yet.
no, hold on. There's Joe. Oh, here it is. It's playing with a movie called Communion,
Oh my
which
God,
they're both rated X.
you know what communion is? Oh, this is a British
Oh,
ad.
hold on, I lost you.
Communion is Alice Sweet Alice.
Say something.
Communion is Alice Sweet Alice.
Oh, okay.
This is a British ad because those two ran together in England.
Yes. And Jaws was still playing pretty big around here too. Um, I guess that was it. Oh, here it is. It was down here. I saw it, Tintorera. Yeah, it's still got the X rating in England.
Everything was X in England, though.
I know. All right.
50s sci-fi movies were X.
Let's see what we got here. The Castaways, Harper Valley PTA. I remember that movie.
Barbara Eden, baby.
Fist, Annie Hall, House Calls.
Fist was Stallone, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah. It was like the Union movie or something.
Hmm.
Um,
It was Stallone's answer to cruising. Fist. Sorry, was that too far?
Here we go. Tintorera playing with Dracula's dog. And two different. Oh, and with Alice, Sweet Alice. That's cool.
Hmm.
That's awesome. Coma was out. That movie disturbed me.
Did it really? I didn't
Yeah.
understand it when I was a kid.
Yeah. I just remember that shot of like the room with all the bodies hanging.
Hmm.
Coma. Here we go. Dracula's dog got a logo here on the left. That's cool. Playing with Tintorera again.
That movie's a mess. Dracula's dog.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Oh my God, you have to. Michael
Dracula's dog.
Pataki.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Dracula's dog played with Out of Darkness. Out of the Darkness.
I think that was that movie with Donald Pleasance where he has a panther at his private residence. It's like a most dangerous game riff.
Oh, yes.
It was also known as Night Creature.
Okay. I think I definitely saw that. Oh, yeah, the end with Burt Reynolds. That was funny. I saw that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the Fury. There we go. But there's got to be more. Here we go. Tintorera Bloody Waters. So that must have been a subtitle or.
Yeah, there were a couple different subtitles. Sometimes it was Tintorera Tiger Shark and
Yes.
Bloody Waters was another one. Do you have
Yeah.
any ones that depict the shark in it?
I don't know. We'll
There's a
find
really
out soon.
gruesome looking shark attack in the ads for Tintorera.
Yeah. Like these ones all have it as Bloody Waters. See down here on the right. And then I did see the Tiger Shark one. I'm pretty sure I grabbed that. All right, let's see. Here we go. Tintorera Bloody Waters is creating a tidal wave of box office excitement all across America and the world. Now, I didn't find this on in a newspaper. This was on, I just did a regular Google search. Oh, I think I lost you again. Hold
Oh,
on.
there it is. Yeah.
That's the one you were talking about?
Yeah, that's the image I was talking about. That's like the one that most of the ads were based on this image.
All right, and then we got, yeah, here we got it again. And down here, yeah,
That's beautiful.
the Redeemer, Son of Satan. What is that?
Oh, that movie. That movie. It's like a weird supernatural slasher.
Huh.
It's like a slasher movie, but there's a very strange opening and conclusion that make it supernatural and satanic. It's
I want
pretty
to see
good.
that now, just by based on that poster alone. It's not even a poster. But look over here. Coma playing doubled up with the Manitou.
Did we talk about that on this show?
Manitou? I don't think we have. William Girdler?
Love the Manitou.
Yeah. I showed that to my kids because I thought they would love it, and they hated the ending. It's like the ending ruined it for them.
Wait, they hated all like the space light show stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, bummer. That's amazing. That's why I wish I had seen the Manitou theatrically, because I bet that looked
Yes.
great in a theater. Even though it was cheesy, it was probably still fun.
My parents saw it and didn't take me to see it. I was bummed, but they told me about it afterwards.
They
All right.
spoiled it for you.
Tintorer is playing with Jaws of Death here. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Which now
Uh,
has an R rating. I don't think it was rated R.
was Tintorera was what? Oh, this is America though.
No, Jaws of Death was PG, I think, when it
Oh, right.
was a
Okay.
they changed the rating to R and probably to make it sound
Yeah.
scarier.
Oh, and here's the thing nibbling on the coattails of fame. Early going Tintorera, monotonous tiger shark. Oh, monstrous tiger shark growling on the soundtrack like a thunderstorm, lumbers through the waters of Mexico and chomps a nude Fiona Lewis in half.
They make it sound so dramatic.
I know.
That
Uh,
totally doesn't really happen. I mean, I guess it might, but it doesn't happen the way they make it sound.
all right. Now, I've heard the wackiest ship in the Navy, but I've never heard of the wackiest train in the West. Wackiest wagon train. That's weird.
You jumped ship on the franchise, Re-Gor. The wacky ship stuff.
$1 billion hobo with a shotgun, rated G. Oh my God, coma.
Look at Close
Look at that.
Encounters.
Yeah. Oh, that movie scared the shit out of me. Uh,
Tintorera and Tentacles.
yep. Oh, there you go. Look at that, huh? That's crazy.
It's all coming full circle, baby.
The Mouse and His Child. That was one of those ones that early HBO played it like a zillion times.
What was it?
The Mouse and His Child. They're
Oh,
like a clockwork mouse and a clockwork little kid, and they get separated or something. And
no, I don't remember that.
oops. And then we've got Tintorera Tiger Shark. There you go. I know you were asking about that with the Crater
Oh,
Lake
the
Monster.
Crater Lake Monster. Oh my God. Talk about late stop motion films. The Crater
Yeah,
Lake Monster.
that's cool. Here we go. Return
Those
from
panels on the right are just gorgeous with all those logos pasted together.
Isn't it great? I love it. I love that they took the time. Like even over here with the Fury, you've still got the silhouettes of the people in there, you know? They made an effort. The Crater Lake Monster, that's just the coolest with the little dinosaur.
Yeah, it took a lot of time to put something like this together.
Oh yeah.
This had to be done in less than 24 hours sometimes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I used to do it very briefly when I worked at the hardware store. It was a side job I did for them, which was the local newspaper, and there was no Photoshop back then. It was just cut and paste.
Yeah. That's why I
Photoshop.
view this as art. Even the McDonald's ads on this side there, it's still art. I mean, this was not mass produced by in a digital fashion, you know.
Right. Yeah. And there was something I was going to mention over here. So look at this. Smoking the Bandit is playing with, oh, and Tintorera is also playing with Midnight Auto Supply. What is that?
Oh, it sounds dirty.
And Kung Fu Punch. Sounds like a drink.
Midnight Auto Supply. It sounds dirty, but it also sounds gay. It's like a gay porno showing with Smokey and the Bandit.
That's hilarious. Let me see if I can look it up real quick. Midnight, come on. God is taking
I
forever.
don't know what that is. Midnight Auto Supply.
This is just not doing it. Hold on.
So if you're looking on IMDb, that drains all of my system resources when I do that.
Yeah, it's doing it right now, so I'm just gonna skip it. So, all right, so we've got California newspaper here.
Tony Basil, lover.
Tony Basil, who is that? Where do you see that?
There was an article down there that you skated past.
Oh,
It wasn't important. It was Folly's Bizarre Troupe.
who is Tony Basil? Singer?
She sang Mickey. That's
Like,
the singer
oh,
of,
Mickey, you're so
yeah,
fine. Oh,
Tony
wow.
Basil. She's mostly known as a choreographer, but she had that hit in the 80s.
So I saw some. Okay, yeah, I like the Weird Al version of that.
Ricky.
Yeah, on Ricky. Trying to see. Tintorera, here we go. Tintorera Tiger Shark. No one is safe from Tintorera Tiger Shark.
You really drive me wild when you sing your Bubbaloo.
Ooh, I'm like, what is that touching my chin?
It's
Here we go.
me.
Tintorera. Don't touch my microphone. Tintorera again with Crater Lake Monster. And the Chicken Chronicles. What?
I'm still trying to wrap my head around this playing with Crater Lake Monster. That's just too good of a double feature, if you ask me.
Yeah.
People didn't deserve those two together at the same time. The world was not good enough for it.
I don't see anything else. Saturday Night Fever. I love Saturday Night. It's one of my all-time favorites.
I like that movie. Attica, Attica.
American Graffiti, Damien Omen 2.
Oh, I love that. I love it so
Yeah.
much more than The Omen.
Yeah, that's the one where the dude gets cut in half in the elevator,
Yes,
right?
poor Meshach Taylor
Yeah.
from
Which would never
Designing
happen in real
Women.
life, but okay.
Oh, it happened in an Omen movie.
All right.
That's real life.
Go to the next page here. They're gonna put that dog down. All right, so what do we got? Anything up here going on? Allen and Company. Oh, this is a British newspaper. Here we go. I thought there was something Midnight Express. No, but Midnight Express had what's his name? Hugo Stiglitz, who's in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
What did we have? Okay, so let's see. We got oh, these are like newspaper like ads like for jobs and stuff. All right, here
Did
we
you
go.
did you clip some ads for thruples
Thruples.
to go along with Tintorera?
Yes. The Secret Life of Thruples. Star Wars U. I
Horny
might.
couples, two straight guys, need hetero woman to be our go-between. Apply in person on our private yacht.
Oh, on my salad, I'll have some French undressing. Look at the town that dreaded sundown rated X in England.
Oh, you
But
can't let
what are
the
we
kids
looking
go
for?
see that. No way.
We're
No
looking for
way.
Tintorera. I don't see it anywhere here. Oh, here we go. Playing with Communion, Operation Thunderbolt, and Mysteries of the Gods. That's cool. The Gauntlet got an X rating? What? That's weird.
Yeah, it was violent.
I love these two. I was 15 and Danish dentist on the job. That sounds like something out of Monty Python. Oh, here we go. All right, so I see it on the sides here too. It's playing a lot with Communion, it looks like. Demon Seed was out. Super Cops. That's what's his name? Bud Spencer and Terrence Hill. Teenage Hitchhikers. Didn't we watch that just recently?
Oh, the Jess Fr no, not Jean Roland.
Yeah, yeah.
Is I don't is that what it was? No, it was
No.
Schoolgirl
Schoolgirl
Hitchhikers.
Hitchhikers, that's right. There's a difference between teenage hitchhikers and
Mm-hmm.
schoolgirl. Minato the Wolverine. What the hell is that?
I'm not
Minato the
sure.
Wolverine. Good, the bad. Look at see. So these movie ads look like these regular ads. There's no differentiating between there. That's why I was getting confused, looking for thruples.
When sex was a nightly affair and bed neighbors. We were bed neighbors once, many years ago.
That's hilarious. Oh, Rolling Thunder. I think I just got that on VHS recently. Well, at least in the past year. All right. Let's see what else we got. San Francisco newspaper. The Eyes of
Eyes
Laura
of Laura
Mars,
Mars. Oh
written
my
by John
God.
Carpenter.
Ooh, let's all chant.
I saw Hooper in the theater. I saw Heaven Can Wait. I saw Grease. I saw Foul Play. I didn't see The Eyes of Laura Mars, surprisingly. All right, so what do we got over here? San Francisco. Revenge of the Pink Panther, Hot Lead and Cold Feet, Tintorera, and The Incredible Melting Man. I knew there was something I saw. It made me download this.
Sneak preview of Desperate Living on the far right there. Oh my God. Yeah, this would have been right around the time, I guess, Desperate Living came out. This
What's
would have been
that? I don't know. I know
78,
Pink
though.
Flamingos, but I don't know Desperate Living.
Desperate Living came after Female Trouble. It's the one that Divine's not in. Like
Oh,
all the other people are in it, like Edith Massey and Mink Stoll, etc. But Divine is conspicuously absent.
huh. So look at this. The Fist is playing with Rabbit Test and Beyond and Back. Oh my God, that movie scared me.
Me too. We were just talking about that on the show last night.
Oh, really? That's
Hmm.
funny.
Well, we did like two Mondo style movies, Witchcraft 70 and Encounter with the Unknown.
Oh,
And we were
okay.
talking about other movies that were like that. They were like sort of Mondo, but the Shik classic films are Mondo adjacent, I guess.
Yeah. Look at this. Devil's Reign, Virgin Wittatch. Is this supposed to be witch and then A got in there by accident?
Yeah, that's those two played together all the time, Devil's Reign and Virgin Witch.
Wow. I never
In
heard.
fact, that this was the run for Devil's Reign. This is when they reissued it after John Travolta became a star, and he's literally in the movie like for 5 seconds.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
You can't recognize him barely. He's in makeup, distorted makeup, with no eyes, no visible eyes. And yeah, they reshoot it as if it was a John Travolta joint.
That's hilarious. Look at this. Tintorera playing with Jaws of Death. And then you get the Cheap Detective with Murder by Death. I saw both of those in the movie. And Smoking the Bandit with Piranha.
Oh, Piranha is just, it's one of my perfect all-time films.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just so good.
Nob Hill Cinema. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, The Thin Man Goes Home. Oh, that's cool. That must be a revival theater.
I see Tintorera and the Incredible Melting Man.
Yes. Yeah, I mentioned that.
Oh, did you? Sorry.
That's okay. Where did you see that? Because I saw it somewhere else.
Lower left, all the way
Oh,
down there
oh,
near the
okay. Oh,
bottom.
interesting. Because there's one on the right too, somewhere where it's playing. Oh yeah, here and right here too. Sierra, Revenge of the Pink Panther, The Devil's Reign, and Virgin Witch again. That's so cool. All right, what do we got? Oh, this was from I purposely kept this one because it has this chick here from Madhouse,
Oh, yeah, look at her.
the Spider Farm.
She was his ex-wife that lived in the basement and was a spider lady.
That's right. Yeah.
I still don't remember why she ended up down there.
So look at this. They're playing the original Gone in 60 Seconds, and then with it is Clones.
I want to be a spider lady too.
So with it, all right. So they're playing Suspiria. With it is Madhouse, starring Vincent Price and Peter Cushing. That I would love to see that in the theater. Communion with its with it is Tintorera, starring Susan George. So yeah, there wasn't a whole heck of a lot.
But it's
Oh, here
got
we
that
go.
beautiful image of communion in Tintorera.
Yeah, look at that, huh? Totally, like not selling what the movie is actually about.
Oh, there's a different woman in the jaws of that shark. I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah.
Holy tentacles. There's a different woman, a different female victim.
If you survive communion, nothing will scare you again. And what is communion? The other title, the alternate title?
That's Alice, Sweet Alice.
Alice, Sweet Alice. Okay. Wow,
Another
talk about
perfect film. Just stunning.
yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
I have that on VHS. Talk about though, wait, what is this down here? Like a little, is that like a witch? It looks like a little witch
It
lady.
does look like a witch, yeah.
Banners. Sophisticated over 25's discotheque.
Over 25. So we don't want any immature people here.
I forgot what I was gonna say about Alice Sweet Alice. I have it on VHS, I guess it was all I was gonna say. I think this is the end. This is the end of everything, yes. This is the end. My only friend. All right. And where's my my notes is right here. And let's double check the see if there's any do you see any buddy talking,
No,
commenting?
chat's pretty quiet.
Okay. Well, folks, hopefully you're enjoying the last vestige of summer because tomorrow is September.
I know.
All right. So, yeah, this movie, I don't know. There was a lot of it that Charlene and I like, wait a minute, what's going on? Why is this happening? Who is this?
There's two different cuts as well. There's a longer international cut that restores I, maybe like as many as like 10, 15 minutes to the beginning of the film,
Wow.
which mainly focused on the meet cute between Hugo Stiglitz and Andres Garcia, where they're vying for the attentions of the same woman, the beautiful Fiona Lewis, who ends up, as we said, wandering in the nude into the surf and never to return. And then it transitions into their relationship with Susan George, who just pops up out of nowhere conveniently. And Susan George, by the way, another one of my favorite films is Demonoid,
Mm.
starring Samantha Eggar and Stuart Whitman.
Yep.
And Samantha Eggar's character in Demonoid reminds us, me and Sam and Mike Justice, of the same character in Tintorera, played by Susan George. They're the same. And it happened in Mexico, so we want to get the two of those actresses together and make sort of like a mashup of Tintorera and Demonoid where they meet and they start talking about these Mexican experiences they had where they encountered a demonic severed hand and a shark that ruined your throuple. I think it would be classic cinema.
That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. All right, Bill. So give us your final thoughts on Tintorera, the
I
tiger
love
shark.
it. I'll die on this hill. Tintorera is just stunning entertainment. There's lots of beautiful naked people to look at, no matter who you like to look at. And in fact, this was a little shocking because it features full frontal from dudes in it,
Yeah.
specifically Andres Garcia, who is not shy at all. It's only on screen for maybe like half a second, but still, at least they went there. And I think you can see Hugo's Stiglitz as well. So uh, it's sexy in a weird Daytona Beach kind of way for adults, Daytona Beach for adults. And I don't know, I think it's pretty unique. If you ask me, it's obviously made to cash in on Jaws, and yet there was no danger whatsoever of them infringing on Universal's property because they did not even approach any of it. So yeah, two thumbs up.
Well, that's funny. Well, my notes here I have this was a total waste of time. But listening to your explanation of it, it's, may need a revisit for me at some point. I just walked in expecting a shark monster movie and didn't get that
Yeah.
at all. So I was kind of thrown off by that.
Once you're over that, like the next time you watch it, you may see it through different eyes if you ever
Yeah.
do revisit it.
Yeah. But yeah, this is definitely one for the completists. Um, and if you're a throuple completist too, then there you go. This is the film for you.
Everybody's doing it.
Yeah. It's a brand new dance called the locomotion. All right, folks. Well, that's thank you for joining us again this month. And we did part one of our Jawsploitation cinema. Part two next month, we're going to expand a little more into dryland. We are going to have a water-based movie, but we're also going to have mostly dryland Jaws ripoffs because those were plentiful as well. So that'll be Jawsploitation part two in September. So, Bill, why don't you tell the folks where they can find you online?
Etsy.groovydoom.com. And you can still go and look at it. There's not much listed in there. I have to restock the online shop, and there's a new issue of Drive-In Asylum coming. That's my now it's like semi-annual. It used to be quarterly. Now it's like two a year if I can manage it. But the new issue is about to drop. There's some great people in it. James Conway, who worked for Shik Classics and directed the Boogans, and Joe Dante, who needs no introduction. They're both going to be in the new issue, and
Wow.
other little bits and surprises. You're going to love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I still owe you a part two of my soap opera actors in horror movies article.
I'm
So
waiting on it,
get on that.
Re-Gor.
I'll get on that as soon as I can. All right, folks. And you can find me at havenpodcasts.com as well as Soap Hub, soapcentral.com, and now collider.com. I've got a bunch of cool. With Collider, I don't write soap opera news. I originally was hired on for that, but then I was off for a week because I went away. And when I came back, they were like, all our soap things are full. And I was like, great. I already work for two soap companies anyways. I'd rather do movies. So that's what I do. And that's it, folks. So join us again next month. And thanks for being here this month. And I'm going to shut the live stream off as soon as I can.